Hello, 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 Barça Live fans. How are you doing on this Sunday afternoon? Match day 9 in La Liga. Are we all feeling optimistic after that 5-0 win in the Champions League against Young Boys on Tuesday? I for sure am, seeing the reaction of the team after falling to Osasuna last weekend and then producing that sort of performance at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. It was quite the night, but now we flip the page back to La Liga. It's important to get the 3 points today so that we can go into the international break 3 points ahead of Real Madrid, who are in second position right now. They won their game yesterday against Villarreal. We are at Mendizorroza facing Alaves. Let's go straight to there. Marc Brau has all of the lineups. Marc, all yours.
Hi Robert, how is it going? We are next to the pitch here in Mendizorroza, one of the most beautiful stadiums in Spain. It's a little bit small, but it's very classical. It's historical, this stadium where Barça will play in a few minutes. This important game, run now of the league after the defeat against Osasuna. Of course, we won against Young Boys, but today is important to go to the right path and to win again in the domestic competition. Remember that yesterday Real Madrid won against Villarreal, so Barça has to win if we want to stay in the first position of the standings and we want to arrive to the international break 3 points up to Real Madrid. Important game, we recovered the confidence in the attack, especially part after the great match that we played against Young Boys, and Hansi Flick wants to continue in this way because for today there's only one change in the lineup, and it's very important because for the first time this season Jules Koundé will not play from the start. He will be on the bench. Jules Koundé played all the minutes in all the competitions in the first 10 games of the season, but he will be on the bench today, and Héctor Fort will play as a right back. So let's go with the lineup. The lineup for beating Alaves today here in Mendizorroza is Iñaki Peña on the goal with 4 players up the back, with Alejandro Valde left back, as I said, Héctor Fort right back with Íñigo Martínez and Cubarsí as the centre backs, and then the same players that win Young Boys last Tuesday, with Marc Casado as a holding midfielder, with Pedri, with Rafinha in the position of the attacking midfielder, with the MVP, with the player of the month of September of the league, Lamine Yamal as a right wing, with Ferran as a left wing, and the striker will be Robert Lewandowski. He scored 3 goals against Alaves last season. Remember that Wojciech Szczesny is signed by Barça last Wednesday, but for the moment he did not travel with the team. Hansi Flick said that he needs more practice to stay with the teammates. So in a few minutes, Barça players will be on the pitch, and we're really looking forward to win today here in Mendizorroza.
Thank you very much, Marc. We'll come back to you in just a little bit. Right, that is Barca's lineup. Let us know your thoughts on the live chat. Rate the lineup from 1 to 10. 10 is the highest score. 1 is the lowest. One change that Hansi Flick has made in there. No Jules Koundé today. He will be starting from the bench. Héctor Fort gets the nod. Joining me here in the studios, Pablo Wolves. How are you doing?
Here I am. I'm a bit lonely here. No,
I was going to say.
I'm a little bit lonely, but other than that, we're doing good. Obviously, looking to get the 3 points today. Need it, I do feel we need it. I think before we go into action today, we're level on points with Real Madrid after their win last night. So Barca need the 3 points to keep up this really strong start to the season. It was a good reaction against Young Boys on Tuesday night after that difficult game away to Osasuna last time out. One change to the lineup, so it's still a pretty strong team. It's an attacking team too, when you look at it really. If you sort of think of it, Casado in front of the defence, and almost like a front 5, I look at it there with Pedri and Rafinha in midfield behind that front 3. So strong from Hansi Flick, attacking from Hansi Flick. But this will be a good test against an Alaves side who haven't had a bad start to the season. So yeah, excited, lonely, but looking forward to it.
I was going to say, joining us in the studio is no one else. No one else. We couldn't find anyone else today to join us here. So we will be talking to you guys on the live chat quite a bit more today as well. Keep us entertained today if you can. Right, Alia says it's a 7.5 out of 10, this lineup. Sneska says 10 out of 10. Riri says 7. Mansour Abubakar says 8 out of 10. Infinity Love says 8 out of 10. Peter Gamer 7. Akinde says 8. And one more here, Carolina, given circumstances, 9 out of 10. And of course the circumstances are that we still have a fair amount of players out injured, hopefully after the international break. we will get some players back, like Fermin, Dani Olmo, who knows when Gavi's coming back as well. But we have what we have today, and Hansi Flick has made one change. Let's talk about that, Pablo. Jules Koundé was the only player who'd played every single minute of the season. He gets some rest today. I think much needed as well, heading into an international break where presumably he'll be playing quite a bit for France as well.
Yeah, exactly. Koundé was the one who was playing all the minutes, and I think Hansi Flick made the joke in a recent press conference about the fact that the press needed to tell Koundé to rest because he wouldn't listen to his coach. But he does finally get some rest today. I presume it's that, Robert. Going into an international break, you might find it weird, like why rest him now? But he's probably anticipating that Koundé is going to be playing on a Deschamps for France. So look, he rests him today, gives Hector Fort a really good start, who's probably been one of the only ones who hasn't played from the start so far in La Liga. You look at like a Gerard Martin, Sergio Dominguez, Eric Garcia, Pau Victor. A lot of the other players who've been rotating in have got starts so far. So Hector Fort gets his chance today. It's at his natural right-back spot too. We saw him play loads of football last season from left-back. Now he's on the natural side of the right. So with him and Balde, those are two fullbacks who will like to go forward. So I'm actually intrigued to see how it goes because I haven't really seen Hector Fort starting in Barça's first team as a right-back. You know,
all that much? No.
Yeah, as far as I can remember, really. So
seen him come on as
quite
sub several times. So we'll see how Hector Fort does in that position. A couple more questions from our live chat. I've seen a question here asking, is there an update on Dani Olmo? No, there isn't. He's not in the squad list. We're crossing our fingers that he will be back after the international break. A lot of mentions, of course, to Tech Chesney, the newest signing for Barca. Of course, circumstances that Ter Stegen is out for the season, and Barca needed to look for a replacement keeper, and we get a veteran in there who had decided to quit football, retire from football, but that was only 2 months ago after the Euros. And I think we get experience, quality, and we'll have to be patient, of course, as Hansi Flick said, but I was saying it as well. We can't expect him to arrive here after 2 months of absence from football and to be starting today.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think, Chesney himself said that it almost came at like a perfect time because any longer and he probably wouldn't have been able to come back from retirement. You're so far gone at a certain stage. But like you said, he only retired at the end of August, actually. So, look, this is a keeper who played a lot of football for Juventus last season as their starting goalkeeper in Serie A. So, this isn't any slouch, for the situation that it is, and it's a really unfortunate situation. I think Barca have done well to go and find a goalkeeper of that caliber. Someone who's played at a high level very recently, starting goalkeeper at the European Championships in the summer. It's a good addition. Is he going to be ready for today? Of course not. We wouldn't expect that. But after the international break, there's massive games for Barca, so we'll see how he competes with Iñaki Peña and the other goalkeepers and what Hansi Flick ends up deciding to go for. But look, it's a good addition, I think, all things considered.
You've got our players warming up there on your screens, playing in the green kit today. How much do you like that green kit? Let us know. I want to ask you guys, and I want to ask Pablo, key player for today. Who do you think the key player will be? Will it be Marc Casado holding that midfield? You were saying, Pablo, you feel like it's almost like a front five, so a big role for Casado away from home. Do you think it's player of the month, Lamine Yamal, or the Pichichi of La Liga, Robert Lewandowski?
I'm intrigued to see what the chat say for this one. I'm always inclined. I want to say Lamine Yamal, but I'm going to stick with my point I made earlier and say Marc Casado, because I'm happy with the fact that he's on the list, because I do think he's got almost a bigger responsibility today, because in recent weeks he's been playing alongside Eric Garcia a lot. I know midweek, of course, he played next to Pedri, and we had that front four that we're seeing today. That's why there's only one change for Hector Fort for Koundé. But that was a different sort of game than this one, maybe. Young boys at home, we had all the possession. They couldn't get out of their half. I want to put on record that I do expect Barca to have a lot of possession today. I think Alaves have had the least amount of possession in La Liga so far this season. So I'm expecting them to sit off, but still, that is a responsibility for Casado when they come forward, if and when they break away. If he's, finds himself isolated in there, then he's got a big responsibility. But look, I back Pedri to be responsible, and Rafinha too is also great without possession. So I'm still confident in there.
My pick is Robert Lewandowski. I'd like to see him continue his scoring form after netting two against the young boys. We need him in his Pichichi form at a difficult stadium. He knows what it is to score there. So full trust in Robert Lewandowski. Some of you guys voting for Lamine Yamal, Mohamed Ali Mami, Imposter 2.0, Tony Close going Lamine Yamal as well, Montserrat as well. Misha's going Lewandowski. And one more, let me read out one more. Kio Ahile saying Cazador. Cazador also getting a vote there for key player for today's game. Right, Marc Brau spoke to Hansi Flick earlier on. Let's hear what our head coach had to say.
As usual, only a few minutes to start the game. We are with FC Barcelona coach, Mr. Flick. Hi, Mr. Flick, how are you?
Hello, I'm good, thanks.
Well, of course, every party is important, every game is important, and of course, it's important to win. But how important is to win today? You have an international break, 15 days without your players, so is this a key game?
No, it's always after Champions League. It's really good to win the next match in La Liga. So this is our goal for today. But also with this feeling we had in September, now in October we go with a victory in the break, and this was a good feeling, and how we also want to have this.
Of course, there are different teams, but could you imagine that maybe the game like today could be similar for the first half you lived in Pamplona? Quite similar to the teams that you will face today.
We are totally different teams, so it's. I think we are ready for that, and the team also they have the confidence also to play here. We know that this will be very intense in the beginning, also very aggressive. So we are prepared for that, and hopefully we can show that also on the pitch today.
The last one, how important was for the team to win again after against Young Boys in the Champions League to recover especially the confidence in the attacking part?
No, it was very important because then we have one or 2 days more to rest, and it was important for us also. So they have 2 days off. We train very focused also the last 2 days, and now hopefully we can show it today.
Thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you very much. Bye.
The words of Hansi Flick talking about how important it is to win today, and the importance that was for the team to win against Young Boys, and absolutely convinced that today the history will be very different for what happened in Pamplona last Saturday.
Well, let's hope so, because that was a very complicated game for Barça, and Mendizorroza tends to be a tough ground as well. We are facing Alaves today, a team who came into match day 9 in 11th spot, so middle of the table. Basically, that is the lineup that we are facing today, right now on our screens, with Sivera in goal, Tenaglia, Abkar, Mourinho, and Sanchez at the back. You've got Blanco and Guevara in midfield, 3 attacking midfielders in Carlos Vicente, Stoichkov, and Abde Rebak, and up front it is Tony Martinez. Pablo, you were saying a team that has not scored a whole lot. They haven't conceded a whole lot either, just the middle of the table team who are having a fairly comfortable start to the season.
Yeah, they're not doing badly at all actually under Luis Garcia right now, Alaves. Same goes for last season. They're going to make it difficult for Barca today. I said that they're happy not to have possession. Those can often be the sides that stunt Barca. I do think this Barca this season are better at overcoming a low block. I want to say that. But there are some good technical players in there, as we always find in La Liga. Antonio Blanco, I'm a big fan of him in midfield. I remember a few seasons ago he played a lot of football for Real Madrid and Solari, so he's a good player in there. Tony Martinez, we know for a while, played at Porto as well in the Champions League. Guevara as well too from Real Sociedad. So there are some talented players. We maybe thought they'd have a centre-back injury crisis coming into this game. It looks like that's sort of been flushed away, so they're actually okay injury-wise. So they'll see this as a good chance, I think, before the international break to try and catch Barca off guard.
We'll see. And they did give Real Madrid a hard time late in that game at the Bernabeu, 3-2. In the end, they weren't able to complete the comeback, but came very close to it. Right, before we go to Marc Brau for the pre-game quiz, I've got a round of Guess the Player for you, Pablo. It's based on La Liga stats, so I want to see how focused you've been on Barca players and how they've been doing in La Liga so far. I want to ask you, and of course the fans, who is the player with the most clearances in La Liga for Barca this season?
Ooh. You could actually. You're trying to catch me out here today, aren't you? This could be difficult. But judging by the little build and also by how he's been this season, I'm going to go Íñigo Martínez.
You're going Íñigo?
Yeah.
Let's see what the live chat has to say here. Right. User 8637 says Martinez. Albania Gaming says Íñigo. Mima Man says Íñigo. Tony Close says Jules Koundé. Shakiel says Íñigo. More Íñigos in there. Wisdom Emmanuel going Íñigo. Daljit Singh going Íñigo. Why delay this any further? The correct answer is Íñigo Martínez.
Yeah.
Íñigo Martínez, who had a great game the other day. Goal and an assist, apart from a solid defensive performance. Right, next question for you, or next mystery player for you, Pablo, is the player with the most crosses in this league for the season 24-25. Who has the most crosses? Could be a fullback, could be a winger.
Yeah. Immediately I go Lamine Yamal. But I think Rafinha. It's between those two. Lamine Yamal or Rafinha are the two I'm thinking of immediately. But I'm going to go Rafinha.
You're going to go Rafinha?
Yeah.
Okay, so Nick is going Lamine, Shaquille going Balde, Mukamal going Pedri, Himalaya going Pedri, Roshan going Lamine, Owen does stuff going Lamine, Shripal, Balde, Jorge Ordóñez, Balde, Mima Man, Lamine, Nick. Live chat, you're not getting this. Pablo is. It's Rafinha.
Yeah.
Rafinha.
You know what? I saw the chat and I was like, oh, I've got this well off then. Because everyone was saying Lamine Yamal. I was like, is this really obvious?
And there he was on our screens testing his shot. Lamine Yamal, bit of skill there. And the shot, the final mystery player is...
Come on.
That one there, the player with the most fouls won in this La Liga. The player who's been fouled the most on the Barca squad. Who might that be, Pablo?
I think it's the man on our screen right now.
Yeah.
I think it is because I remember the Villarreal game, and I think people were saying after that game that this is the most fouled player in the league, never mind in our squad. So I'm going to go, even though the photos throw me off, but I'm going to just stick with my guns on because I think the stat is Lamine Yamal, but let's see.
Ahmed Alabani going Yamal, Shripal going Yamal, Kumlavi going Balde, Bunda Zakira going Yamal, Lem going Lamine Yamal as well. I've got a couple of Pedris here from Dogukan. It's from Ahmad as well. It's basically split between Lamine Yamal and Balde as the most fouled player with the most fouls won, but it is Lamine Yamal, who does draw so much attention. And we saw in games like against Villarreal and Pamplona, they just go after him at certain points.
No, it was a good photo. It caught me out because I was trying to think stat-wise, and I'm looking at the photo as well, and I was thinking, is it Lamine? But then I just thought, come on, common sense. He gets hacked down all the time, so I thought, it's got to be Lamine.
Lamine Yamal, 22 fouls won. Rafinha, 51 crosses. Íñigo Martínez, 25 clearances. As we are seeing footage there of Mendizorroza, the starters have headed into the dressing room. And guys, Jordi Cochran, let me know when we can go to Marc Brau for the pre-game quiz. I'm sure he has some complicated questions for us. In the meantime, I'll go over the lineup for you at home. Iñaki Peña is starting in goal. Jules Koundé not at right back today. It is Héctor Fort, Cubarsí, Íñigo Martínez and Balde complete the back line with Marc Casador and Pedri in midfield. Three attacking midfielders, Lamine on the right, Ferran on the left and Rafinha down the middle, presumably, of course, and Lewandowski up front. That is the same front line as against Young Boys, and we saw some good connections in there, Pablo, in the European game.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Brau. We'll go straight to him there. Marc, all yours.
How are you guys?
We're fine.
How is it going? Well, I just suffer. I'm just suffering because I said before that I'm not worried about the rain. For the moment, it's not raining, but for a few minutes it rained. Maybe incredible. For 2 minutes, it was a heavy rain. And today was the first time that I don't have an umbrella. I don't want to put it in the quiz, but I have a question for you, Robert. Yeah. So, what happened if you send Pablo to cover a game of Barça and I'm not in Barça Live? What happened? Option one is that Barça win a game, that Barça got a draw, or Barça lost a game. So, well, just to know.
All evidence says and concludes that Barca will lose that game if it happens, but we are only basing this on, it's very limited sample size.
Pablo, if you want to defend yourself, you have to say that during the week I told you, you have a difficult one.
I know.
It's difficult one, Pablo.
I know. It was a difficult one, but we knew it was a tough one. You've killed me there with the first question.
No, so let's go with the quiz. We don't have a lot of time. We have more or less 6 minutes just to play with the quiz and to have my secret numbers. And this is one of the stadiums that I love the most because the atmosphere is like classic. It's not like a modern stadium. So it's very beautiful to be here. And it is a stadium that happened good things for Barça during the history. So let's go with the first question. It can be good for you, Pablo. So because you know that you are like mini-me, you are like alter ego. So you have to know this question. You remember that you can put on Barça live chat. Our fans, we can write in our chat the answer. So how many goals did Barça score against Alaves last season? 5 goals, 3 goals, or 8? Pablo and Barça live fans.
Well,
I know the answer to this one.
yeah. What usually catches me up now, we've had this before, is when there's a Copa del Rey game or a Supercopa game thrown in there. But I'm almost certain there were only 2 La Liga games. You know, they're just the 2 league games between these two, and I think it was 2-1 at home and 3-1 away. So I'm going to go 5 goals.
Well, you don't have Pablo to explain ourselves that you remember the scores. I only asked you if you know how many goals we scored. But okay, it was a good explanation, and you give us the right answer. Yeah, it's fine.
Don't get jealous.
5 goals.
Come on.
The trick to catch you was if maybe you could say 3. That was the number of goals that we scored here in Mendizorroza. But the question, as you get it very right, it's the amount of goals in total in the 2 games played. Yeah. So let's go with another one to you, Pablo. Another one to you because I'm sure that Robert will know for sure what's the second question. So when did Barça win a league in Vitoria? Barça won a league here in this stadium once in the history. So 1984, 1999, or 2010. Robert, I know you know it.
I know.
Barça live fans, put it on the chat. And Pablo, when was the time that we won a league here?
I'll tell you that Barca scored 4 goals that day.
Wow, look at you two like scheming to catch me out with a little history question. I'm going to go 1984.
No, Pablo, no. But I have to say that in 1994, Barça did not win the league. Barça won the league in 1985, and it was in Valladolid. The year that we won a league in this stadium, it was in 1999. So 25 years ago, Barça won a league in this stadium. 1-4 was that game. Was the second league that we won with Luis van Gaal as our head coach. So let's go with the third question, because we only have 3 minutes to stay here. I will have to go on the secret numbers. This is for you, Robert. We have 3 players in the actual squad that you have the answer there, and 2 of these 3 players scored a goal here in this stadium. And I want to know who did not score a goal in Mendizorroza. Pedri did not score, De Jong did not score, or Ansu did not score. Who do you think a player that did not score here? Who was?
I know De Jong scored.
Yeah.
I can't remember Ansu scoring.
That's tricky.
I can't remember Pedri either. I'm going to go with the first answer that I see on the live chat here. Let's see.
Wow.
Sidi Diawara says Pedri. Sidi Diawara seems like a knowledgeable person. I'm going with Sidi Diawara's answer, which is Pedri.
So it's a good answer, Robert. Yeah. So you have the great key answer in the chat.
Yes, CD.
It's Pedri, right? De Jong scored 2 years ago. De Jong scored 2 years ago, and Ansu scored 4 years ago. It was in COVID time in 2020. So well done, guys. But Pablo, you know everything about Barca stats right now, but you have to study a little bit more of our history. So let's go with the secret numbers. I don't have much time. But let's go with the secret numbers today. I think that are very good and has a good relation with today's game. The numbers are 3, 900, and 5. These are the numbers. You can comment what those numbers could be, but I have to go very quickly because I have to go to my position behind the goal. So let's go with the answers. So 3 are the numbers of goals that Lewandowski scored against Alaves last season. We scored 5 goals against Alaves, but 3 of these goals were scored by Lewandowski. 2 in Montjuic and 1 here in Mendizorroza. 900 is the amount of minutes that Jules Koundé played this season. So today is the first time that Jules Koundé is not playing, not for the start. Koundé was not substituted in any game in La Liga, in Champions League, so he will start today on the bench, 90 minutes. And the 5, it's important, it's the number of outside of the box goals scoring this season. The 2 goals scored in the last La Liga game against Osasuna were goals just from outside the box. So it's very important to take this place. So we have to go. I'm just giving the answer of my prediction. Today I think Barça will win with the same score that we got last year. 1-3 for Barça. So bye-bye. I have to go.
Bye, Mark.
See you out.
See you in a bit. We'll talk to you during the game. Right, 3-1 is Marbrau's prediction. You, Pablo, also think that Barca might concede a goal today? Yeah. I don't think so. I think it's a 3-0 win for Barca. Let us know your score predictions on the live chat. I'll be reading some of them out after Pablo tells me why he thinks Barca will be conceding a goal today.
No, you know what? I've actually gone on the other end. I always go conservative with my predictions. You will always see me Alaves away, like Getafe at home. I'll go 2-1, 1-0. 3-1, and today I thought, you know what, we've scored a load of goals this season, but I just said 5 outside the box is a good number, and I thought 4-1, come on, I think we can score 4 today, I really do, so I'm going to go 4-1, but I always put 1 because I think these teams in the league, I do have a lot of quality with the ball, so I'm going to go with conceding 1, unfortunately, but 4-1 Barca.
My score prediction is 3-0, and I'll be reading some of yours out right now. Before that, Dayo Joel says, hope we can watch the match here, or is it just studio talk? I'm sorry to say it is just studio talk, but you're welcome to stay. We keep you entertained. We'll let you know what's going on, and we'll have some fun. We'll interact with all of you guys, so stay tuned. Why not? I mean, give it a chance. J179 going 3-1 Barca. Jan Dziewor going 4-0. Jalen Sims going, I think, 4-1. Milandu Magoeva going 4-0. Dragon Hunter going 5-2. We've got another 4-1 win for Barca here. Tony Close going 5-0. Megan going 3-2. That would be exciting. And Nika 4-0 to Barca.
I'm seeing a lot of 4s.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of 4-1s, eh?
Santino Rueda says, hello everyone. How are you? We're fine. Thank you very much. How are you doing yourself? One last score prediction. Let me see. D1Zs says 7-1 win for Barca. Bit too ambitious.
Imagine.
But hey, who knows? Neil Lacan going 4-0 Barca. Keep your predictions coming, guys. What do you think is going to happen in this afternoon's game at Mendizorroza? It's match day 9 in La Liga. Important for Barca to win this one, Pablo. Heading into the international break, try to get that 3-point cushion with Real Madrid, especially with the Clásico coming up this month. Oh yeah, massively important after the defeat against Osasuna last time out. But it feels like Barca are sort of like obliged to win today. We want that 3-point cushion. There's big games coming up, as you said, after the international break. I think the next 3 in La Liga, Sevilla, Real Madrid and Espanyol, I think. So big games coming up. Barca with a strong team, only one change. Difficult place to come, a place that I think will make it hard for Barca, but I am still confident, you know, as I said in my score prediction, and I'm going 4-1, and I back this team a lot this season, and I'm excited to watch us play is the thing I love the most. I'm excited to watch us play. Right, well, the players are on the pitch, and Barca are playing in the green kit. The captain today is Rafinha, and the lineup is as follows here. Iñaki Peña starts in goal with no Jules Koundé at the back today. It's Héctor Ford, Cubarsí, Íñigo and Balde at the back. Casado and Pedri in midfield. Lamine Yamal on the right, Ferran Torres on the left, Rafinha down the middle, and the Pichichi, Robert Lewandowski up front. Give us your thoughts on today's lineup. What would you have done differently? Who would you have liked to see, and who would you like to see in the second half? We'll read out some of your comments. Right, we are 1 minute away from the game, and Pablo, I mean, it's always good if you want to watch a game of football to turn on your television, I'd say. So why don't we go ahead and do that with our sponsors? Well, they say that Ambilight changes everything, so maybe it will change the perspective of those who are worrying about Barca today away from home, maybe thinking, oh, well, we had a tough time last week against Osasuna. And to change that perspective, and maybe if you've got an Ambilight, maybe that will change everything. It will change your perspective. No need to be worried, I would say, Pablo.
I'm actually excited. Maybe I'm one of those people who just gets a little too worried sometimes going into games. But honestly, this season, this team has given me plenty to be excited about, and I go into games now actively looking forward to seeing how Barça play. So as we kick off here, I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what they conjure up again under Hansi Flick. I'm almost sad that we're not going to be able to see them for a few weeks with the international break, but with this front four, I think there's reason to be optimistic.
Well, Barca are in possession, although they were not the team to kick off, and we were talking about being optimistic, so why don't we go ahead and fill the live chat up with colour, with some blue and red hearts. Fill the live chat with some blue and red hearts, some hearts for Barca, some love from Barca right from the beginning, supporting our team in this match day 9 against Deportivo Alaves, as we're in possession here and playing from behind with Pau Cubarsí and Íñigo Martínez. There we go. Lots of hearts. Keep them coming. Lots of hearts on the live chat right from the get-go, right from the very beginning. In the first minute, Barca playing in the Alaves half. And we're hoping...
guys.
Oh, Mark, hello.
Wow.
We can hear you, yes.
I'm just proving the microphone. Yeah. Incredible atmosphere. You work a game. Remember...
Oh. We're having some trouble with Mark's microphone. We test that out.
You don't listen to me?
We do now.
Listen to me?
Yeah.
Now, okay. Now, I'm just saying that this is the second game with the third. We hope that we have more lucky than the last game against Osasuna with the... This,
Let's hope so. Let's hope so, yes.
You'll be fine, Alberto, because you're there and I'm not there, so don't worry, we'll be... we're in a safe hand.
Just what I want to say is that the stadium is absolutely full. It's everything sold out. So incredible atmosphere. Remember, Alaves did not lose any game at home.
They have not lost a game at home yet. We are still having some issues with Mark's microphone, so if we can test that out, please. Let's see if we can solve it so that we can hear Mark the way we're properly supposed to hear him. Right, the ball got lost, and it's a goal kick for Alaves, and Barca trying to press high here in the second minute of this game.
Is no one going to ask me about my prediction today? This is Barca official intelligence, new voice today, trying new things out. Okay. I am going to give you my score prediction, which for today, taking into account that Barca have only lost one game at Mendizorroza, that's a complicated stadium name, only one loss at Mendizorroza in the 21st century, I am going to go with a confident 5-0 win for Barca.
Okay. The Barca official intelligence voice has changed. Sounded very squeaky in the last show. Sounds all posh and English in this show. We'll see if the Barca official intelligence is right. Do you think that the Barca official intelligence will get the score prediction correct? It was 5-0. It actually predicted a 6-0 for the last game, and it was very close.
Where is he coming from? He knows something we don't.
Well, Ferran feeding it out wide to Lamine Yamal. I think we are in here with Rafinha around the keeper. Rafinha puts it in the back of the net, and is that going to count? No, it's offside. It's offside. I think
it looked it, Robert.
It looked it when Lamine Yamal played the ball through.
It did look offside. I wonder if Lamine was offside from the initial pass from Ferran.
Ah, yes.
And I think Rafinha's in front of Lamine here too.
True.
I think there's two in there. So unfortunately, I don't think that is going to count. I mean, Rafinha's adamant that he wasn't. He's adamant that he was in line with Lamine, but I mean,
we'll
I think
see if we get the semi-automate replay there.
Yeah. I think either way, this one's going to be brought back for the first one, and it is. They're going to bring it back from the position.
Anika says Barca official is never wrong. The Barca official intelligence with that 5-0 prediction.
He's bold. He's bold with his predictions. I will say that.
Yes. Yes. And we're putting
doesn't hide away.
Careful here. It's an offside in favour of Barca, so called against Alaves. Oh, trouble for Ferran Torres. Oh no.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Hand on hamstring. And Eddie Garcia's going to come on in the 4th minute, and was it when he put that pass through to Lamine Yamal? Ferran limping off.
God, I mean,
bad news for Barca again.
It's relentless, isn't it? It really is relentless. I mean, that's gutting for Ferran Torres as well, who gets himself a start today, obviously, in a sort of game where, you know, a back-to-back start as well, triple actually.
Yeah.
He started against Osasuna as well, so 3 starts in a row. You know, when you pull up that early on, it's almost like you've been caught cold, you know, really from the warm-up is what it is. And he signals to the bench, and I don't think Brau is with us, but it's going to be Eric Garcia to come on.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a reshuffle for Barca, really, isn't it, formation-wise and personnel?
Well, give us a round of applause for Varane, and hopes that it's not too bad of an injury for him. Round of applause on the live chat as well for Eric Garcia, who's just had to come on. A complicated situation, 5th minute, coming in cold. Well, warm-up is relatively recent, so he'll be relatively warm. But he probably wasn't expecting to have to come on so soon, Eric Garcia. There's Lamine Yamal, tries to run away and is grabbed from behind and is fouled.
There he is, the most fouled player. There you go.
There you go.
You know what, that changes things though, Robert, is because obviously there's a clear decision. Hansi Flick probably had that exact decision to make before the game. Do I start Eric Garcia or do I start Ferran Torres? And he's gone for Ferran Torres, clearly for the reason that he thinks we want to take this game to Alaves. We want to be a little bit more on the front foot. For that to sort of have to change within 4 minutes, that does reshuffle things, obviously, and it's sort of, I don't think it will cause a huge detrimental impact for Barca. They are used to playing in this sort of shape, but you know, it does change the way they set up the game.
It means that Pedri moves into the middle attacking midfielder spot and Rafinha moves out wide to the wing. A bit of a reshuffle. Barca with the set piece opportunity here. Could it be a first goal? Who will score the first goal, Pablo? Will it be Lewandowski, Lamine, Rafinha, or someone else?
I'm going to go Lamine Yamal, because I think those two, Rafinha and Lewandowski, usually score more than Lamine, but he already looks bright this game, so I'm going Lamine.
Careful here with the cross by Vamos! It's Robert Lewandowski! Vamos! There's a cross by Rafinha and Lewandowski scores!
Vamos! Oh, I'm so happy to be wrong. I'm so happy to be wrong about the first scorer.
I was going to say Lewandowski and I never got it. I never got any time to say so.
We could have had our name up in lights there, by the way.
There you go. See the replay there.
Yeah.
The cross in by Rafinha. Lewandowski gets in ahead of his defender and heads it into the back of the net. And that is a goal scorer on form. Robert Lewandowski filled the live chat with the fist bumps for his 8th goal in La Liga.
We could have gone down as heroes. We could have gone down in history. That's me trying to go away from the obvious option. That's what you get. You get punished.
I want to know if the mannequin knows the Lewandowski rap.
Dovski, El Marcaria dentro un bosque. Bosque, dale el balón que lo enrosque. Rosque, we pop the net like Lewandowski. Dovski.
And I insist. Fist bumps for Lewandowski. We can hear you, Mark, yes.
Yeah, you can hear me. So just in the moment, just in the right moment, just to celebrate the goal of Robert Lewandowski, I always said you have to follow my secret numbers because there always has a relation with something that can happen in the game. And of course, we talk about the number of goals, the amount of goals that Robert Lewandowski scored last season against Alaves. He scored twice in Montjuic. He scored the first one in the same goal that he scored today. And it is very important to goal again for another great assist. And I don't know with which part of his body he scored. I don't know if it was with his back or with the head, but how important is to score first after what happened in Pamplona, that we have to have a comeback after the 2 goals received in the first half. So very important for Barca to score by Lewandowski, and another assist by Rafinha, another one. So we have to continue counting the amount of scores of Rafinha. But I have to say that instead the injury of Ferran, Barca is very well in the beginning of the game.
Here's Lamine Yamal cutting back. Lamine Yamal getting inside of the box. He had 2 defenders to get past. Couldn't get past Blanco there, but Barca are going to recover quickly through their high press.
Yeah.
Here's Pedri.
He's right, but Barca have started really, really well. Lamine looks sharp as ever, but the team looks really on form. They've come up firing. I think that's just, Flick gathering together and saying, this is the last one before the international break. Everyone, start sharply, start bright. That's exactly what the team has done here. And that goal from a set piece is great to see too.
Definitely. Mark, you were at the press conference yesterday with Hansi Flick, and seeing what happened today to Ferran Torres, I think his answer on what he said about Lamine Yamal and Lewandowski is especially relevant. He says he understands that they always want to play, but they need to understand that if they are getting substituted, it's for a reason.
Yes, of course, and remember that we have a lot of muscular problems right now, and maybe it's one of the reasons because it's important to have him on the pitch. Of course, it's a pity because now it's coming an international break. Ferran was called up by Luis de la Fuente, so we have to wait for having more news, but it seems complicated that he can play with La Roja in the next games against Serbia and against Denmark. For the moment, I think that everything is fine except the injury of Ferran Torres, but I think that today, Barça and Pablo, you were in Pamplona last Saturday, we are playing with more rhythm than that day. We are playing, of course, we have Lamine and Rafinha back. At that game, they were on the bench and they're very important players, but I think that the team is playing with more nervio. We are playing with more quickly than the other game against Osasuna.
Yeah, I think the word is correct in English as well, with a bit more nerve, with a bit more just energy, activity there as well.
Yeah, Barca
feeling very sharp.
Yeah, Barca. Yeah, that's it. Barca have started on the front foot. They didn't in Pamplona really. Osasuna came out, from minute one and put them under huge pressure. Obviously, the changes in the team were key. There's no hiding from that. This is a different lineup, obviously. Inigo Martinez, Casarol that day either, but still, it's what Barca needed to do to react in La Liga will start like this, and it's been a really good first 11 minutes.
It has. Very energetic from both teams as well, as Alaves are trying to press high there, looking to recover the ball, just in case you've missed it. Barca are up 1-0, and the scorer was none other than the Pichichi, Robert Lewandowski. So I'm going to continue to ask you to put the fist bumps in the live chat, that celebration that Robert Lewandowski has made so famous now and has repeated so many times as a Barca player. I'm going to go ahead and do that as well.
Get some in there, guys. Get some in there. How good has he been under Hansi Flick, by the way? I don't know. Not that he was poor last season by any means for Barca. Was still the man back, getting the goals for the club, of course. But something about him, seems to have another. He's gone up another level in his game. He just seems inevitable in matches now that he is going to find the back of the net. He's becoming a nightmare for opponents again. So get the fist bumps in the chat because. What a start he's made. He's made an absolutely brilliant start to the season. Careful now because Barca are in for maybe a second here. It's Pedri inside the box. He goes down after the long pass by Inigo Martinez. And Pedri, I love Pedri in that position as well. He's great in playing further back next to Cazador. But when he's in that attacking midfielder position, when he can make runs into the box, he's such a threat as well. Yeah, his game changes, of course, with the injury too. Yeah, obviously he gets affected. Rafinha too comes from number 10 to the left-hand side, but yeah, of course, for Pedri, he will be a bit more advanced now and he can get into positions like he just got there and behind the defence. It was always going to be a hard one because, the ball sort of got caught up and he's got, it was Antonio Blanco actually in the end with him there and Mourinho too, but, he can go forward there. And he does have a goal to his game too, Pedri. We've already seen that this season, so it's, it's a role that still suits him. And he can make the final pass from there as well, which, of course, he's so good at. Well, I want to ask the live chat because I saw some Polish flags in there, of course, celebrating that Lewandowski goal. Raise your hand with the hand emoji on the live chat if you are watching us from Poland, because I'm guessing this is a happy week for you. If you are from the country of Poland and you're supporting Barca with Robert Lewandowski scoring 2 on Tuesday and scoring 1 today, and then, of course, the addition of Wojciech Tek Chesney. Yes, Do you have the correct pronunciation? I think I pronounced it 90% correct. Mark Brau might have some more details there. I know that he likes to be called Tech. Is that okay? Yeah. I would always say. Which makes it easier for us if we say Tech. Come on, Brau.
Yeah. Tech is the nickname that they're always calling when it's a Wojciech. Wojciech is I don't know if I'm correct pronouncing well, but Tech is the nickname. But I listen to Polish journalists saying that it's Szczesny. But the second S, the first is Szczesny, but it's like Szczesny. I will ask him. I will ask him when if I have the opportunity to talk with him, maybe after the international break, I will ask him. But I think it's Szczęsny. So I think that we are in the good way. If we say Szczęsny, we are in the good way. So we have to take care about it because it's a corner kick from Alaves. So before the corner kick, can you confirm, please, it was a header, the goal scored by Lewandowski, guys? Was with the head
we'd have
or
to
was
see
with
the
the
replay
back?
again, but I thought it was a header. But Jordi Corcoran says yes, header.
Yeah. I think it was headed, but
Okay,
it
no,
might,
I want to say that it's important because before the game against Young Boys, Barça did not score any goal by a header, but we scored twice by header against Young Boys, Íñigo Martínez and Lewandowski, so 3 consecutive goals by a header. Instead, in the first 9 games, we did not score in that way. So and 9 goals, and 10 goals for Lewandowski this season. 10 goals in 11 games, incredible.
Yeah.
Careful because Alaves have a corner kick here. The ball inside the box, and it is cleared away by the Barca defence, and that will be a throw into Alaves. Let's see, is anyone watching from Poland? Marcin Bukowski says Germany, watching from Germany, but I'm Polish. Tony Close says I love Poland. That was not the question, but hey, we all love Poland. Who else? Someone's got their hand raised in here. Carolina. Scavenger 97 has got hand raised as well. Who else? Jacek Miljarek. I hope that I didn't butcher that too much. Who else? Let us know. Owusu has a hand raised. Let us know if you are watching from Poland and if you're happy about the signing of Robert Lewandowski, Szczęsny, and the goals scored by Robert Lewandowski as well. Let us know where you're watching us from as well, with some flags from your countries. We'll read some of them out. I like it when the live chat looks very colourful with the flags of your countries. Let us know which country and put the flag emoji next to it as well, as Iñaki Peña had to clear out for a throw in there as well.
Good time to be Polish and a Barca fan. Of course, we've got Eva Pajor as well in the women's team, you know, as the main striker of the team now in Barca Femení. So Lewandowski scoring all the goals for the men's team, Pajor for the women's team, Szczęsny, new goalkeeper. It's a good time to be Polish and a Barca fan, really. So I'm sure they're enjoying themselves. Maybe that will confirm if it was off his if it was off his head or not.
It was off his head. It was off his head, that goal. Yeah, the cross by Rafinha, and it was off his head. But
guys, no, perfect. Not only about for Barca, it's in general in Europe. Now it's foul over Lewandowski. If we take a look at Lewandowski's numbers, as I said before, the corner kick of Alaves, he scored right now 10 goals. So I think I have to follow the last seasons of Lewandowski. How many matches did he need to achieve the 10 goals? Because 10 goals in 11 games, it's an incredible start. And we have to say that in La Liga are 8 goals in 9 rounds. So it's very, very close to say that Lewandowski scored 1 goal per game. I think that it's incredible. He's the top scorer of the league, but 10 goals in 11 games, it's absolutely incredible. It's amazing.
Look for the stat, how long it took Lewandowski last season, Mark, and when you got the number, give us, how long did it take for him to get to the 10 goal mark last season in all competitions? I have some flags on the live chat. Watching from Nepal, watching from the UK, South Africa is in here as well. Got some Spain flags as well. Who else have we got? I've got Brazil. I've got the pirate flag as well, so presumably watching from a boat. Denmark, Belgium. I've got Nigeria in there as well. El Salvador from Spooky. Woo! Norway, Henny Svenkerud. So nice. Keep them coming. Keep the flags from your countries coming. Let us know where you are watching us from, and give us your story. Why are you watching Barca? How long have you been supporting Barca? The game is a very physical game, I would describe it as, Pablo. A lot of players rolling around. Players heading into challenges a little bit late, overly energized, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I'd sort of like the game plan Alaves maybe wanted to impose on Barca to scruff things up a little bit. Not sure how effective it'll be once they're already 1-0 down. If anything, they maybe want to try and get a bit of football going now, but maybe they'll be feeling if we keep this within 1 goal and we just frustrate Barca, then we will get another chance at one point. I'm not so sure, but either way, that's clear that Alaves are going to try and frustrate Hansi Flick's side today. But look, so far Barça comfortable enough. I think they were always going to take their foot off the pedal a little bit once they got the early goal. So just probing now slowly and see when and if the second comes around, and how many more chances they can generate in the next few moments.
Barca in possession here with Balde on the left, driving in. Comfortable stretch of possession for Barça here. Íñigo Martínez to Pau Cubarsí. Looking for options up front. Cubarsí threads it through to Balde, who speeds up. Balde can get into the box. Balde decides to cut to his left and feeds it out to Rafinha. Incoming cross by Rafinha. Lewandowski battling for it inside the box. Alaves trying to clear the ball up in the air. Can Cazador win it back? And the touch there by Eric Garcia. Finally, Alaves managed to clear. Íñigo Martínez puts it back into their half. Now Rafinha has it on the left.
Tell you what, we're already seeing a lot of your.
I have the answer, guys.
Go on.
I have the answer about Lewandowski. It's interesting. Last season, remember that he had a heavy injury against Porto. Remember that?
Yeah.
That action that was not full in Porto. It was the game number 10 of the season at that time. And at that time, Lewandowski scored 6 goals. So last season, he scored 6 goals in the first 10 games. Today, without counting today's game, remember, 9 goals in 10 season, in 10 games played. We have to say that in the first season, it was very, very incredible because Lewandowski scored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 goals in the first 8 games. Oof. So, of course, the first season for him was absolutely unbelievable. Yeah. But he's very, very, very good this season and better than the last one.
He's doing fantastically well, and we don't want him to stop doing fantastically well. Here is Carlos Vicente. The Tenaglia had made the run up the right flank for Alaves. Barca managed to get away, brilliant. And now Rafinha has miles to run. He's got an absolute freeway. He can go solo. Here's Rafinha inside the box. He's going to set it up for Lewandowski! Yes. Vamos!
Get in!
The assist by Rafinha and the goal by Lewandowski.
Lewandowski.
There you go. Rafinha driving the counter-attack, and he sets it up for Lewandowski, who is not offside. I don't think
he is either. But the good thing is we've got semi-automated offside, so we won't have any silly lines being drawn down here.
And Lewandowski doing well there because the pass is just a little bit short. Maybe he has to halt his step, wait for the ball to get to him, and push it into the back of the net. We're going to see if VAR reviews.
It's goal, guys, it's goal, it's conceded, it's a goal. You don't have to suffer just watching the referee say thumbs up to the assistant referee. So we have, be careful with the action of Toni Martínez. So the attempt is just up to the crossbar. So let's go to another goal by Lewandowski. I have so many stats for you. So we are talking about the starts of the seasons of Lewandowski. The first one was incredible, 11 goals in 8 games. But this season is very, very similar. 11 goals in 11 games, Lewandowski, incredible. And 9 goals in 9 La Liga games this season, the top scorer. But of course, we have to take a look at Rafinha. He achieved 5 assists this season with the 2 assists that he gives right now. So come on, Rafinha.
Here's Rafinha on the run. He brings it down. He can make it 3. Rafinha denied by Sivera there. Barca with the follow through. Pedri, Lewandowski. Sivera again.
Oh my God.
Inside the box, Lewandowski can't get away from his defender now. And what a double chance there for Barca. First Rafinha and then Lewandowski. Rafinha was not offside. That is a beautiful touch to bring the ball down. He finishes with his right. Pedri trying to set up Lewandowski, and Lewandowski looking for the near post, denied by Sivera. Again,
what a
double
connection.
save.
Wow.
Woo.
What a connection, Rafinha Lewandowski. And I don't want to say this, and I think that you can understand me. What happened with the injury of Ferran is that Rafinha is
on the left,
playing right now as a left wing.
Yeah.
Remember that at the beginning of the game, at the start of the game, he played just as an attacking midfielder. Now Alaves players are complaining about a penalty. I think that there's no penalty at all. The referee is talking with the forward of Alaves. So I don't want to say that it's good, the injury of Ferran Torres. Of course, it's a very, very bad news. But I think that this movement makes something to the defenders of Alaves. Maybe Luis Garcia Prat expects something with Rafinha as an attacking midfielder, and Rafinha playing in the left wing is absolutely making an incredible destruction for the defenders of Alaves. Do you agree with me, guys? So it's incredible the way that he's destructing everything. Yeah. He makes a great destruction in the right back position of Alaves.
I fully agree. Rafinha is on a tear this season.
Yeah.
If the La Liga had awards like the NBA, which has the most improved player award, Rafinha is the sole candidate for that.
Yeah, you know what? I doubted him at left wing as well. I just thought he's so better suited to right wing, but how good is he been on the left-hand side too? Now, because when Lamine came up, obviously we thought, I mean, this kid's too good, we have to play Lamine, but Rafinha moving to the left, it's almost been like a blessing for him too. He's made that position his own. I mean, already he got the assist obviously from a set piece from the other side, but this one was absolutely brilliant, linking up with Pedri beforehand. The runs he's making in behind is wreaking havoc for Alaves at the back. They just can't cope with it at the moment. With the armband on too, he's just having one of those seasons so far, Rafinha, and I mean, long may it continue because, well, the partnerships he's creating up front, especially with Lewandowski, but, you know, with Lamine too, who I thought he could have maybe squared it to for that chance a moment ago, have been really good.
Ball played through into the box. You mentioned Lewandowski. You know what we didn't get after that second goal, Pablo? Well, we didn't get the Lewandowski wrap. Mannequin. Barça official intelligence. Do you know?
He popped the net like Lewandowski. Dovski, El marcaría dentro un bosque. Bosque, dale el balón que lo enrosque. Rosque, we popped the net like Lewandowski. Dovski.
That's what Spence does much better than I do.
Oh.
Fill the live chat with fire emojis because Barça are on fire right now, and that rap is fire. Since we've just seen Barça official intelligence, the mannequin, what do you think we should ask about today? Should it be about Barça history? Should we ask the mannequin about Spencer? Or should we ask the mannequin, the Barça official intelligence, about Barça Live, this show? See what details it can give us on
What
this
is
show.
Barça Live, you ask? Well, Barça Live on the FC Barcelona YouTube channel is a great initiative for engaging fans, especially those who can't watch the game live.
Sorry, guys.
It provides real-time commentary, pre- and post-match analysis, and fan interaction, creating an...
Hang on, because there's been a head collision.
Sorry for disturbing you.
Oh.
Yeah. We have a head collision. You have to help me. I don't
Cubarsí, Martinez.
It's Cubarsí. Who's now laying on the pitch.
Yeah.
Cubarsí is laying on the pitch, attended by the doctors of Barça. And how many actions of this we saw in the last games? Remember, for example, I don't know if you followed the derby between Atletico and Real Madrid, the last action with Lenormand, that he has to be out of the team, and we don't know when he can return to play. He cannot go with España, so for the moment Cubarsí is just laying on the pitch.
Yeah, Mark, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how you saw it in live time, but the replay was not good at all. The good thing is that I'm sure you have a better view. It looks like he's back to his feet and that he'll continue, right?
Okay, yeah. But at the first time, as that kind of actions that can you imagine, with the player laying on the pitch and all the warmings a little bit, all the colleagues a little bit scared about this, and the first seconds was the reason because I interrupt the artificial intelligence. So I would say sorry to him.
Okay, yes, no, I'm sure the artificial intelligence will be fine. I don't know if it has feelings, so I don't know if you were able to hurt its feelings. Cubarsí is back on the pitch, so I would like for the live chat to chant the Cubarsí, 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 Cubarsí. There you go. Come on, live chat. We can't have Cubarsí going out.
I know. Jetta was very relieved when he got back to his feet there, by the way, because I can't deal with it anymore.
Okay, let's recap here because We are 2-0 up. Lewandowski scored 2. Ferran had to go off injured. There was a head collision with Cubarsí, but he's back on the pitch. That's why you right now on the live chat are filling the live chat with Cubarsí chants. We have a pending question with the Barça official intelligence. We'll go back to that in just a second. But yeah, other than that, I think we're fine, right?
Yeah. We've cut off the Barça artificial intelligence, but Barca are doing pretty comfortably right now. It's I think it's gone exactly how they would have wanted actually in the opening half an hour. Can be no complaints other than the injury to Ferran Torres, of course, but you know, injuries aside, it's gone very well for Barca on the pitch. 2-0 up with half an hour played. They can be really, really happy about how things have gone, and they've made this a very calm game before the international break. As of now, things can change very quickly with just one goal, but they'll be really pleased with the start.
Barca in possession here. Íñigo Martínez feeding it through now. Barca had lost it, but thanks to Balde's pressure, they're going to win it back. And Balde trying to make progress. Balde is fouled, and there could be a yellow card here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first of the game, yellow card for Tenaglia, the right back of Deportivo Alaves. And I think that Barça is playing well. It was a pity the action of Rafinha that could be the third goal, but I think that the way that Barça is playing is absolutely different about what happened in Pamplona. We talk about the nerve, we talk about the quality, but I think that the game is exactly in the moment to score the third goal. I think it's very obvious, but I think you understand me. It's the moment, just not to giving Alaves some options to get in the game. Remember that last season we scored the second goal in the second half and Alaves scored one. And so let's go with another one.
Here we go, another chance for a Barca through ball. Lewandowski, trying to get it across. Oh!
He's done it! He's done it!
3. Lewandowski, vamos!
Wow, 3 goals for Robert Lewandowski, incredible. In 31 minutes as well.
He is on fire, man. There you go. And Barca with the build-up. Through ball by Casado. The set-up. Inside pass, I believe, is by Pedri. And Lewandowski puts it across Sivera. Oh, it's Eric Garcia.
Eric
Garcia with the assist.
I thought it was. I thought, is it?
Man, bravo, Robert Lewandowski. We're going to have to come up with a graphic about with like the Pichichi train, because we're all going to have to jump onto it.
And I have to swear that when I said let's go with another one, I said with an attempt, because you know that I see the action just a few seconds before you, but I said let's go with another one, but I swear that it's not the goal, it's just the attempt. And 3 seconds after this, Lewandowski made an incredible shot crossing for the goal of Antonio Sivera. And well, what to say about Lewandowski? First hat-trick of the season. Remember that he got a double against Valencia, a double against Villarreal, a double against Young Boys. Today a hat-trick, 5 goals this week, and the other numbers that are absolutely incredible. 12 goals scored in 11 games and 10 goals scored in 9 La Liga games. So it's more than 1 goal per game. It's incredible. The beginning of the season of our number 9, Robert Lewandowski. Oski, que marcaría en Bosque. Oski.
Dale el balón y que lo enrosque.
We pop the net like Lewandowski. Dovski, él marcaría dentro un bosque. Bosque, dale el balón que lo enrosque. Rosque, we pop the net like Lewandowski. Dovski.
Well, fill the live chat with those fist bumps again and fire, because Lewandowski is absolutely on fire. Our Pichichi, right. We just saw the mannequin, the Barça official intelligence, sing the Lewandowski rap. Let's go and ask it the question. Let's go and ask the question, because we interrupted before. Follow me. I'm sorry, Barça official intelligence. I know you have no feelings, but we did interrupt before, and I hope we don't have to do it again. The question was, can you tell us, Barça official intelligence, if you know what Barça Live is?
What is Barça Live, you ask? Well, Barça Live on the FC Barcelona YouTube channel is a great initiative for engaging fans, especially those who can't watch the game live. It provides real-time commentary, pre- and post-match analysis, and fan interaction, creating an immersive experience. The show often features special guests player insights, and match breakdowns, making it informative and entertaining. The interactive aspect where fans can engage with the hosts adds a sense of community, and since it's available in multiple languages, it appeals to a global audience. Overall, it's a clever way for Barca to keep fans connected and informed. Do you watch it often?
Do you watch it often, guys? Do you watch Barca Live often? Let us know on the live chat. I mean, I'd say that was a fairly accurate description of what we do on this show. Why don't we have the Barca official intelligence sing the Lewandowski rap once again? Because, I mean, one more time is not too many times. But Lewandowski's already scored 3.
We pop the net like Lewandowski. Dovski, El Marcaria dentro un bosque. Bosque, dale al ballone che lo enrosque. Rosque, we pop the net like Lewandowski. Dovski.
There you go. There you go. The Barca official intelligence absolutely on fire. I'd say...
You know what? The fact that we've heard that rap 4 times now in 35 minutes of this game is a good sign.
And that it's not an exaggeration.
Yeah.
That we're not overusing it.
It's quite a good sign. It is quite a good
Would you
sign.
say that was an accurate description of what Barca Live is?
I'd actually say it was a superb description of what Barca Live is. So fair play to him. Fair play. It was perfect. And yeah, as it says, especially if you can't watch the game, it's a perfect place to come for in-game analysis and commentary, and also to engage the fans to get them active during the game. And I'm sure they're enjoying it this season, especially because there's been a lot of very exciting games.
Plus, it called us clever, which is kind. Thank you, Barca official intelligence. It's very generous for calling us clever. Anika says, I've watched every Barca Live since the start of the 24-25 season. Fire emoji, vamos. Chipo Taoli, first time watching with a heart and from South Africa. The question is, Chipo Taoli, I'm hoping that I'm saying that correctly. Will you come back? Will it be the first of many times? Let's
You've got
see.
to now. Got to now after this one.
You have to. Who else? Ethan Everett, I watch it every game. Thank you. Thank you very much. Who else? Carolina, always. You guys have much better commentary than the actual TV. Oh, well, thank you very much. I mean, it's different. It's different because they have to focus a lot on play-by-play. We can digress a little bit. Who else? Carlos Cali says 7-0 again. Who else has been watching Barca Live for a while here? Let us know your stories. Why do you watch this show? What is it that entertains you?
I'll tell you what, that's
Ethan Everett,
that's
I watched
7-0,
all
that's
since
7-0.
2022. Yeah, sorry?
Sorry, I was just saying that 7-0 prediction isn't looking...
It's not looking too bad.
It's not looking awful.
Gamer Goalie says, I've watched Barcelona Live since 2018. That's when we started.
Wow.
November 2018. I was there. Atlético de Madrid won. Barca won. Dembélé scored in that game. A late equaliser.
Oh, wow.
It was
that
mayhem.
One, yeah.
It was mayhem. Right, 37th minute. What's going on, Mark? Rafinha getting into it with Tenaglia.
Well, no, but that's not. There's nothing happen. Imagine that you are Tenaglia this afternoon. Imagine that you are Tenaglia this afternoon, and you have Rafinha in front of you. So, but I have to say that, and I want to commend and Eric give the first assist this season, and it's important the way that he entered in the pitch, and the way that he is playing. Of course, we have to give all the merit to Lewandowski to the goal. But I think that the most important today is the hunger that Barca is showing again, Pablo and Robert. Barca's hunger. Barca wants to score more and more.
Yeah, it's one of the best attributes of the team this season, I think.
Careful here, an opportunity, a shot saved by Sivera. And that was Pedri. Ronan 10 says, I've been watching from the 23-24 season. Vamos Barca watching from Trinidad and Tobago. Wow. How is it right now in Trinidad and Tobago? Is it warm? Is it humid?
Yeah.
I want to know, what time is it in Trinidad? I've never been there. I would quite like to go.
Are we going to be jealous?
I think we may be a little bit jealous. Although it's a very nice day in Barcelona here today.
Actually, it is.
Alamim Hussein says, love from Bangladesh. I watch every match. I support Barca. Who else? Bangladesh as well.
All the loyal
Great
Quraysh in the
countries.
chat.
Who else? From South Africa, I support Barcelona since 2015, says Wetu. Amazing. I've been watching since 2018. Messi edits as well. Amazing stuff. 39th minute, Barca up 3-0, and Lewandowski has a hat-trick, Pablo.
Yeah. No, it's been a really, really enjoyable game so far. The Barca have just very comfortably gone about their business, honestly. It hasn't been that much of a frantic game or energetic. They haven't really had to deal with anything, and Iñaki Peña has had no work to do as of now. We hope it remains that way. And, you know, lots to be happy about, although there was a corner that had to be cleared well. I think it was from Pedri. Very well. Very attentive. And Barça on the break again here.
Barça on the break again here. Oh, the pass just a little bit short for Pedri there. Two players went tumbling down. One of them being Lewandowski.
Yeah, it was a good chance for Lewandowski. He had Rafinha up with him, but he was just maybe a little bit too far behind him in the end. Ball was a little bit behind him. But no, so far, really enjoyable, really good. Very comfortable for Barça. They've come to a place that isn't easy to come to, and, you know, really put the icing on things. There's another good win back from Cazorla. Oh, we could be in.
We could be in. Lewandowski knows Sivera.
What I will say, though, of course, is Real Madrid were 3-0 up against Alaves not long ago at the Bernabeu, and, well, that ended 3-2 right, and up until the last minute they were scrambling there for all 3 points, Real Madrid. So it's certainly not over, but it's been a really comprehensive first 40 minutes for Barça, which is brilliant to see. Brilliant to see.
Right.
Guys, do you want to play with me? Do you want to play with me?
I had a question for you.
Well, first the question.
No. You play with us first, and I'll play with you later.
No, I invented right now a game. It's called The Numbers of Lewandowski.
Okay.
So do you want to play with me with this game?
Go for it.
Okay, so I will ask you some numbers of Lewandowski because he reads incredible numbers today. So first of all, today he scored a hat-trick. So can you say how many hat-tricks, counting today, Lewandowski scored with Barca?
4.
It's a little bit surprising, I have to say, but you say 4? Come on, let's go with the other one.
I'm going to go 3.
Pilsen, Valencia last season in La Liga. This season he has 1. I cannot remember which game it was.
No,
and today.
No?
Has he not scored a hat-trick already this season?
3, I think, in total.
He was very close in Villarreal, but he missed the penalty.
Yeah.
He missed the penalty. So Pablo, very proud of you. 3 times. 3 times today. Is the 3rd hat-trick of Lewandowski in his career at Barca.
I certainly went 2. I forgot the Pilsen one. Probably.
I have another question. Question for the game, but let's take a look because Barca has another one action.
With a crossbar, Rafinha. Oh, Lewandowski couldn't get there.
So I have more questions of the game. Lewandowski numbers starts in Barca Live. Can you tell me how many goals has Lewandowski scored right now with Barca? I give a key. He played with today 106 games. But how many goals with the hat-trick of today he has scored until today?
Could it be 76?
I'm going to go...
Close but less.
75?
Close but less. Come on, Pablo.
I'm going to go 68.
Well, I have to say that Pablo was in the good answer because I put in the stats after Young Boys that he scored 75. Pablo, I love you to follow my stats, but I made a mistake at that time. So he did not score 65 with the goals against Young Boys. He scored 68, so with 3 goals today, he has 71 goals scored. But Pablo, I love you a lot. You follow my stats, so I love you.
I read your emails.
Someone does.
Yeah, this is why I recognize that it was my mistake, Pablo. I recognize that it was my mistake. But it's incredible. Today, Lewandowski reached 70 goals with Barca, and it's not 70, 71. So incredible stats.
Right, 43rd minute, and Alaves have a corner kick. But the question is Lewandowski done for today? Because there's a whole lot more that could happen. Loose ball inside of the box. Barca need to try and clear this. There's another corner kick. Is Lewandowski done for today, guys? And Pablo and Marc Brau. Option 1, no way. He's going to score 4 goals. 2, unfortunately, yes. 3, he'll get an assist.
This is a day I'm not being conservative today. I'm saying no way. Option number 1, he's getting 4, and I'm going to say 4+ goals so that he can get more than 1 more.
I am going that way as well. I'm feeling optimistic. I'm seeing Robert Lewandowski hitting just another level at the start of this season. So I'm going option 1, no way, 4 goals for Lewandowski. And that is the question that I had, Marbrau. When was the last time that Lewandowski scored 4 goals in his career? Because he hasn't done it for Barca, but he did do it for Bayern Munich, right?
No, yeah, for Bayern. I have to follow. I have to say that I'm going with option 1, the same as you. I feel that today Lewandowski, everything that touches is going inside. Be careful. Oh.
Careful here, the cross and the header, and it's in. And who scored there?
Tony Martinez, is it?
I think it is Tony Martinez who scored with the header.
Yeah. Not an ideal time to concede.
No.
Onside.
He's onside. He's in behind Cubarsí.
Yeah.
The cross by Tenaglia, and Tony Martinez heads it into the back of the net. 45th minute. Unfortunate that. Right before half-time.
No, yeah. I mean, not a great time to concede. It's close in for Iñaki Peña, I suppose, to react to. He'll be disappointed with himself. They're not to get a big enough hand on that, I think, from that close range. I think they're checking it. I think it was.
It was in a legal position.
It was onside. So it will count, I suppose. And well, not an ideal time to concede, but for Barça, they have to just keep things calm.
They are checking.
Oh, they're going to go back to an earlier action, Robert.
Do you think that there's options to say that it's not valid?
It's goal.
I think, I think it's a goal.
No. It's offside. It's offside, guys. It's offside. It's not considered the goal. It's offside. I was just looking to the 4 referees saying that we will play 5 more minutes, so 5 will be the other time for today. But remember that when it takes a lot of time with the referee putting, trying to listen something, and everything is ready, but the referee is saying stop. I always said that if the referee, if there's more than 1 minute checking the goal, for sure it will be offside. It's my rule. I know that it's not scientific rule, but I saw the referee touching a lot the air. So, well, I think it's important. You said before, it was a pity to receive a goal just before the halftime.
Yeah.
So okay. I have the answer about you asked me, Robert, and I think it's very, very, very interesting. The last time that Lewandowski scored 4 goals, because there happened a lot of things that day.
Is it the time that he scored 4 against Real Madrid?
No, also, be careful.
Careful here, chance for Alaves. Around Iñaki Peña. The setup on the edge of the box. A shot blocked. And Barca will play from behind. Okay, Marc.
And it's very important, the game that Lewandowski scored for the last time 4 goals. It was with Bayern Munich in a game in 2020, the 4th of October, so 5 years and 2 days ago, against Hertha Berlin. He scored 4 goals. That day, Bayern won 4-3, and the last goal was from the penalty spot in minute 93.
Oh, wow.
But what was the good thing? That Hansi Flick was the coach that day of Lewandowski. So last time that Lewandowski scored, he was under Hansi Flick others. So I don't know if you knew it before, Robert, but
no,
after searching that kind of stats, I think that everything is connected. 4 years and 2 days, and the Hansi Flick's others. So for sure, he has to score another goal today. But what we hope is that we don't have to suffer the same that Bayern suffered that day. We hope that Barca won today more than the 4-3 that Barca won against Hertha that day.
The signs are pointing in that direction. Let's see if Robert Lewandowski can follow and complete the poker of goals. That disallowed goal, though, one, if you're Alaves, you need to feel just very unfortunate and a bit disgusted today. We'll see the replay. Obviously, if they've disallowed it in the build-up, there is an offside there, but you're going to feel very unlucky if you're Alaves in that sense. It is a warning, though, for Barca that, hey, we're doing very well, but this is not done.
Yeah, it definitely is a warning, because it's not... You know, it's happened a few times now. Let's have a look at Rafinha here.
Here's Rafinha, Lamine Yamal. The shot by Lamine Yamal is blocked, and that will be a corner kick.
No, but it is a warning, because Alaves have clearly built towards additional time. I was almost certain. Oh, Mike, it's the... it was definitely not the cross, Robert. We knew it wasn't the cross. It's the pass to the crosser.
Okay. All the stadium... Sorry, guys. All the stadium is watching the action in the video wall. All the stadium is looking, and it's like, And well, we have to follow the rules. But all the stadium watched that the action wasn't offside.
Yeah, I mean, I get how disappointed you would be if you're an Alaves fan, and Pedri just scuffed it. Oh, Pedri, you're so close.
Oh, good chance.
He was all by his lonesome self
Yeah.
at the far post there.
Not an easy skill when it's coming up the air like that at that pace, but a player of his quality. I wonder if he had time to bring it down in there as well.
Maybe.
No, but that offside is frustrating. It definitely wasn't the cross. We knew that. I wondered if, and then what we saw on our screens was the ball up from the goalkeeper. I thought he wasn't offside there either. And then all of a sudden they'd ruled it out, but it was for the pass out to Tenaglia. So frustrating one for Alaves, very frustrating.
Okay, well, 15 seconds remaining, and it seems like nothing else can really happen in this first half anymore after Eddie gets called for a foul trying to protect the ball there.
Well, there's another attempt just from Alaves from the left wing position. I don't know if they will have more time just to finish the action. And Lamine Yamal has a counter-attack, but the referee said that there's no more time. Half-time in Mendizorroza. I think that Barça played a great first half. Hat-trick of Lewandowski, the third in his career with Barça. Of course, we have bad news with the injury of Ferran Torres, but I think that was a great first half for Barça. 3 goals up to Alaves, so now time to rest a little bit and to try to find more stats about Lewandowski. And Barça, for the moment, is doing the homework.
Thank you very much, Mark. We'll come to you during the half-time break. The players heading into the dressing rooms, and we always ask you, of course, if you enjoyed the first half or you didn't. Is it a thumbs up for you, or is it a thumbs down for me? Of course, it is a major thumbs up. Barca got the goal early with the set piece. Lewandowski has done it not once, not twice, but 3 times. He found the back of the net to give Barca a solid 3-goal lead at half-time. A very serious performance from Barca, punishing Alaves when they've had the chance to.
Yeah, really clinical, really efficient. Yeah, you're right, very, very professional too from Barca. Absolutely punished Alaves on the break on a few occasions, which is really good to see, getting in space in behind against a side who probably didn't want to leave many in this game. So really pleasing what we've seen so far. Bar the early injury to Ferran Torres that the team have recovered from really well. I worried maybe that the game plan would change. It's been perfect so far. Small scare at the end of the half, but going in 3-0 in a ground like this, last game before the international break, you just physically can't ask for any more. So I'm really happy and excited to see the second half, especially with the players we've got waiting on the bench too. De Jong, Ansu Fati, and I'm excited to see these guys back.
Options. You know. Do you think the Barca official intelligence might have a take on this first half?
I have a feeling he might do. I have a feeling he might do.
Let's go and ask. Let's go and ask the Barca official intelligence if it has a take, because I think it's an it. If it has a take on this first half. This 3-0 win for Barca at half-time. Barca official intelligence. What are your thoughts on the first half?
You would like to know my half-time thoughts on this game between Alaves and Barca? Alaves and Barca are 2 football teams who are playing right now at Mendizorroza, and it is half-time. So all 22 players will have gone to the dressing rooms right now.
Well, that is accurate information. The 22 players have headed into the dressing rooms. We're going to take a little break like they are as well. We're going to do a little bit of a Back to the Future exercise with Pablo from the past tense giving you the halftime quiz and a bit of information on what you can find on Barca 1. But before, of course, we need to see from our sponsors.
Hello Barca fans, hello everyone watching on this Barca Live programme. Hello to Robert and the crew from the Plateau, and welcome to another Barca Live half-time section here, of course, to keep you all entertained during the interval. It's Alaves versus Barca in La Liga, the first game, of course, the last game I should say, before the international break is upon us. So let's get you involved in a little bit of a Barca quiz, and also, of course, introducing you to some of the content you can see on Barca 1. Let's get straight to it then. Today I want to show you another section of this platform that I really enjoy. I'm quite young here, people often joke about it, but there's loads of great content you can see available on Barca 1, not just from the present day, but but also from the past. Take a look at this. You come over to Barca 1 here. We've got it up, of course, on the TV, on the screen here. It's also accessible, of course, on your mobile phones, your laptops from home, wherever you want to watch it. It will be available for you either online or downloaded via your app stores. You can come over to the side here, and there's a few different sections that I can show you here. If you actually come down here to a history section, where it puts history, it might put historia, depending on what language, of course, you're consuming the content in. This is a place I really like to come to on this site because it's got loads of games from the past for Barca. It's got some of the greatest matches, you can see it here, but it's greatest matches that Barca have played in all different competitions. We've got La Liga, Champions League, Copa del Rey, the Club World Cup. There's been some great moments in that. The Spanish Super Cup, the European Super Cup. It's pretty much endless, the content you can consume here. The best thing I like about this is they've got full games available for you all to tune into. Some of your favourite Barca matches we showed you a few weeks back. You know, you can go back 10 years, but I'm talking before 10 years here because you can see some truly great games. And that is exactly what today's quiz is going to be all about. So let's get it up now because I want you ready for this one. I find this really interesting, of course. A bit of this is news to me too. So I want to see how you guys do in the chat. How good is your Barca history knowledge? Because I'm going to be testing you here, and I'm sure after this, you're all going to be rushing to Barca 1 to go ahead and watch some of these games. Halftime quiz here on Barca 1 for the game versus Alaves then. Question number 1, it's about Barca history, but I want to know on Barca 1, what is the oldest game available to watch on this platform? I'm looking for a year, I'm looking for a season. What season is the oldest game from on Barca 1? We've got 3 options for you to make it a little bit easier. Number 1, is it 1981 to 1982? Number 2, is it 1967 to 1968? Or is it number 3, 1973 to 1974? So you've got 3 different Barca seasons there to choose where you think the oldest game available to watch on Barca 1, what year you think it's from. So there you have it. You've got your 3 options. You can maybe have a think about what competition you think it's into, bonus points in the chat if you get what competition, or even if you get what game it is. I want to see how good you guys are at predicting what game you think this one is going to be too, because I'm really intrigued to see how many of you get this right. But first and foremost, get your answers in the chat. You've got 3 options there. It's either the 1981 to 82 season, the 67 to 68 season, or number 3, the 73 to 74 season. Final answers, as I said, get some bonus points in there if you think you can get a few of the scores, the games, who you think Barca are playing against in the chat. But I can tell you now, the answer is number 3. 1973 to 1974, I can show you right now. You come over here, it's a La Liga game. This is a good example of all the years that you can see, of course, available on here. You come down here, and there you have it. 1973 versus 1974. They're the year of the oldest game available on Barca 1. If you go into here, you can actually see here, we reveal it's Real Madrid versus Barça at the Bernabeu. Match week 22 in La Liga, of course, in the 73-74 season. And this game is what my next 2 questions are going to be about. So stay tuned for this one. 5-0 win. Iconic victory this for Barca. It really was at the time, of course, at the Bernabeu. Who scored 2 goals for Barca in this Clásico against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu? Was it number 1, Cruyff, number 2, Reixac, or number 3, Asensi? You've got 3 options there for who scored 2 goals at the Bernabeu in this one. I must admit, some of my colleagues one of my colleagues who you may know very well, to fill me in on this one and tell me what the answer was. This goes well beyond my time, I will tell you now, but get your answers in the chat. If you get this one right, I'll be very, very impressed. Who scored 2 goals in this iconic victory for Barcelona in this match? Johan Cruyff, was it Carlos Reixac, or was it Asensi? So you've got 3 options there. Chance to get your answers in the chat. I think some of you may be caught out on this one. I really do. So I want to see what you go for. 5 more seconds I'm going to give you because I can tell you the answer is number 3. It's Asensi. He scored 2 goals in this iconic win for Barcelona. So there you have it. 2 of the 3 questions done. Question number 3 then. Here we go. Get yourselves ready for this one. This year, Barca went on to win La Liga. 1973 to 1974, Barca went on to win the title. My question is, how many years had it been since Barca had last won a league title
when they won this year's championship. So how many years had it taken for Barca to win this league? When was the last time they'd won a league since winning the 1974 championship? Had they gone 5 years without winning the league? Had they gone 14 years without winning the league? Or had they gone 20 years without winning the league since they won this championship in 1974? Get your answers in the chat now. Final chance to get your answers in before we go back to the guys at the sofa and at the plateau. Final chance to get your answers in. 5 years, 14 years, or 20 years. When did Barca last, well, what was the gap between the time Barca last won the league and the time they won this one? This was an interesting one for me to find out, I must admit. And I can tell you, the answer is, drum roll, get your answers in the chat, come on. Number 2, it was 14 years since Barca last won a league when they won this title. So not only was this a significant result this at the Santiago Bernabeu, it was also after a long time due for Barca. So 14 years since they last won a league. I hope you will enjoy it again. The halftime entertainment here for you all on Barca Live. There's the quiz. Hope you're all tuning in every week, getting yourselves ready, sort of doing a bit of revision here on Barca One. There's so much available for you. Of course, I've just shown you one of the La Liga games, but maybe in future weeks, I'm not going to go into them just yet because we may still quiz you on a few of these games. So that's right. Get yourselves knowledged up on all of this. Get yourself quizzed up and get ready here for some future Barca Live halftime quizzes. I'm going to leave it there for today. I'm going to hit you guys back then to everyone in the studio. Before we go, though, let's go in here because I'm going to show you now. You might be intrigued to see those goals, 2 of them, of course, from Asensi. I'm going to leave you with the goals and the highlights from this game before we get back to the Alaves versus Barca. Enjoy.
And there you are, Pablo Walls, very efficiently in 30 seconds, changing your T-shirt, putting your glasses on, completely different look.
Incredible. And with some history lessons, not just for the fans, but for me as well.
There you go.
Some Barca history lessons.
Did you know those facts?
I had to research them.
You had to research them.
Very special. Someone had to pass them over to me, and then I had to just point them down, you know. But yeah, no, it's interesting for me and for hopefully everyone too.
I think maybe a good show that we could have, that we could launch, is Barca history lessons for the newer generations. So try and make it like bring some entertainment into it, some quizzes. We could work on that.
I'd be one of the students. I'd be there.
We could work on that. Right. Quick take on the first half, because that was a long half-time break, and we need to go to Brau, but your take on this first half.
Yeah, strong half for Barca, professional half, done the job exactly as they would have wanted to before the international break. They can have no complaints about how things have gone so far, bar the injury to Ferran Torres. All about now keeping the clean sheet in the second half, hopefully scoring some more goals, but I'm really impressed with the first 45 minutes.
I don't want to be a party pooper here. I don't think that the score tells the full story of what the first half was, because I think the second goal came at a very good time for Barca. That counter-attack coming off of a set piece for Alaves, Rafinha getting loose and then just feeding it to Lewandowski on the counter-attack. The game had entered into a very physical stage there. Alaves were going at Barca, not necessarily creating opportunities, but it was becoming a messy game.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's not necessarily been a 3-0 game. Barca haven't been relentless in the fact that they haven't pinned Alaves in and had chance after chance after chance. They've just picked their moments really well. It is a bit harsh on Alaves. That disallowed goal before the end of the half is harsh too. But look, Barca will take what they can get. They've been superb, I think, so far in picking their moments. And that's all that Hansi Flick can ask of these players.
And that is one of the things about Barca this season. They are capitalising on their opportunities, on their goal-scoring opportunities as well. Right, I am asking you very quickly, Pablo, who was the best player of the first half? Was it option 1, Robert? Was it option 2, Lewandowski? Option 3, Lewandowski?
Lewandowski, number 3.
I am going option 3, Lewandowski as well. Marc Brau, who was the best player of the first half for you? I've been told that you had quite a nice sandwich now as your half-time lunch break.
Sorry, it's not a sandwich, it's some fruit right now. I have to say that I didn't eat nothing before the game, so Let me eat, please. And now with you guys, what do you want to know?
Who was the best player of the first half, Mark? Was it Robert, was it Lewandowski, or was it Robert Lewandowski?
Okay, sorry, I had to eat something, as you can watch. I think that Lewandowski, Obski, Elmar Caria, and Bosque, dale la bola que Lanroski, Oski, and I don't know more of the song.
Mark, your thoughts on this first half?
Performance. Incredible performance by Lewandowski. I think that Barça played a great game, of course, I remember that one of the questions that I asked to Hansi Flick before the game is like, if he can imagine that the game could be similar for what happened against Osasuna, but not about Barça to lose. For the attitude of the other team at Barça, for the first minute, go over the team, go ahead of the other team, and we scored 3 goals, but we have more attempts. So I think that we are in the good way. Right now the players are on the pitch. I'm just watching if there are more players, new players. I think that there's no substitutions at Barça. I think that all of us we want to watch a little bit of minutes of Ansu, maybe more on Frenkie de Jong, but for the moment, the same players that finished the first half for Barça will play in the second half. So if you don't mind, I will continue to eat something.
There you go. Thank you. Well done. Nice and healthy there from Marc Brau.
Lovely.
Bits of fruit in that little plastic container. Well done, Marc. Stay healthy, of course. Right, well, Tenaglia has been taken off for Alaves. No subs at half-time made by Hansi Flick, but if this continues to go the same way it was in the first half, Pablo, I would think that our head coach will want to change things around fairly soon.
Absolutely. I think it's something that we're all thinking about actually when the score is at 3-0. I do, because those are some of the names who I'm most excited to see in this second half, because when Frenkie de Jong, of course, we saw him get his first minutes this season at Montjuic against Young Boys. Ansu Fati, we haven't really seen much of. He got a decent amount of time against Young Boys as well, but still yet to see him, much in La Liga at all, or if at all. In fact, these would be his first minutes in La Liga this season. So Ansu Fati, someone I'm excited for. Pau Victor, of course, as you know,
scored last week.
Yeah, scored his first goal. Burst into the scene in pre-season. And there's others on there too who I'd like to see come on. So yeah, I think it's one of those games where obviously you are immediately thinking about the bench, and if it stays this way, Hansi Flick, I'm sure, won't hesitate to give rest to a few of his stars.
Well, lots of people saying option 1 Frenkie de Jong, and I've got some option 2 Ansu as well, football fan Lukasz as well. Going option number 2. I would go all of the above, but I think Ansu is my option. I want to see Ansu flourish in this attacking system under Hansi Flick. Marc Brau, is anyone warming up?
For the moment, no, but I see some players just trying to start to be ready to warm up. So I think I will need a few seconds just to know exactly which players were starting to warming up, and I told Paul, our cameraman, just to follow one of those players. So I think we have to wait. We have to wait a minute, and I think we can give the names of the players that warm up.
Can you give us the list of the players who are on the bench, by the way, because I haven't got the squad list with me right now.
Yeah, of course. Let me check just on my phone. For the moment, I have to say that the beginning of the second half is exactly the way that the game started. So with Barça and all the players just inside the part of Alaves field, and I think that it can be very important today just to score another one, just to try to not suffer a little bit today. So the list of the rest of the squad. We're careful with this.
Careful here, an opportunity here for Alaves on the edge of the box. Shot blocked.
Nothing happened. I'm going quickly. 2 goalkeepers, Astralaga and Jaco. Remember, Chesney not on the squad. Ansu Fati, Pablo Torre, Pau Victor, Frenkie de Jong, Koundé, Eric, Gerard Martin, and Sergi Dominguez.
What a ball by Lamine Yamal through to Lewandowski.
Defender. No. What? Eric entered in the first half. Remember that we only have 2 windows in the second half. True. We did not use any window of substitutions in the half-time, so we only have 2 windows in the second half. So we have 2 goalkeepers, Aaron and Astralaga. We have Gerard Martin, Sergio Dominguez, and Koundé as defenders. We have Frenkie de Jong and Pablo Torres as midfielders, and we have Ansu Fati and Pau Victor as forwards.
Okay, thank you, Marc. We'll see who Hansi Flick goes for in this second half.
Yeah.
I would like to ask the same question that we ended the first half on as well. Live chat, do you think that Robert Lewandowski is done for the day? Do you think option 1, no way, he's scoring 4 goals? Option 2, unfortunately, yes. Option 3, he'll get an assist. For me, it's uno.
Yeah,
1. Ooh.
I'm sticking with my guns as well. I'm sticking my guns and putting in and going for number 1. Even if the game has slowed down a little bit, and you'd expect it to probably stay this way for a large majority of the second half, especially if the score stays the same and Alaves don't pull one back, but I'm sticking with 1. Come on.
Mark?
Yeah, we have to. Sorry, I did not listen to you because I can give the name of the 4 players who are warming up right now.
Who are they?
This action of Alaves, and it's a corner kick. It's corner kick for Alaves. So we have 5 players. We have. I don't know if you can watch it. Paul is giving you the image.
Yep.
We have Jules Koundé, Frenkie de Jong, Pau Victor, Gerard Martin, and Ansu Fati. These are the players who are warming right now.
Okay. And do you think Lewandowski is done for today? Or do you think he's going to score 4 goals?
No.
Nothing else? Or he'll get an assist?
No. I think he has to score another goal. He has to score another goal. As we said, just 4 years and 2 days since the last time he scored with Hansi Flick on the bench. It has to be today.
Okay, there you go. You've got the players who are warming up on your screens right now, on the screens behind us. Round of applause for them. Ball floating around inside of Barca's box. The ball's hit the post. Can someone please clear this? And that was a clear opportunity for Alaves.
Yeah, got away with one there, Barça. Not looked too commanding defending set pieces and pinballed around the area, clattered off the post. I was just thinking, Robert, and I think Brau might be thinking the same. Of course, usually in the last few weeks we've had Andres Cuenca, who came on midweek on the bench, Tony and Guille Fernandez.
None of them in
because
the
they're Barça Athletic game, and I was just thinking this would have been the sort of game where maybe we would have seen their first minutes off the bench potentially, you know.
Well, remember that they are with Barça Athletic today, Robert and Pablo. If you don't have plans after the game, it's a great plan to keep it here. I don't know, Pablo, if you're gonna be the commentator for today's game, Sestao Barça Athletic.
No, I'm not.
I don't know if you will commentate the game. No.
I'm not, but I'm not.
Enough work for you today, Pablo. Enough work today, Pablo. So remember that 1 hour and a half after the game, Robert, isn't it?
Yeah.
7:30 p.m.
7:30 p.m.
Sestao Barça Athletic live on Barça 1. Yeah. So maybe you can watch the cousins, Tony and Guille Fernandez and Cuenca playing this game.
Exactly. If you'd like to see some of the players who've made their debut for the first team today, playing with Barça Athletic against Sestao live, just an hour and a half after this game, 7:30 local time here in Barcelona. Sestao Barça Athletic live on Barça 1. Check it out because we have a lot of young talent on that team, and it's always exciting to see these very young players flourish and develop. As Alaves have given away a corner kick, Barca will have a set-piece opportunity.
Yeah, and looking for their first 3 points away from home this season too, Barça Athletic under Albert Sanchez. So, yeah, definitely worth tuning into, especially because, you know, the likes of Tony and Guille Fernandez not with the first team today, and they will be with Barça Athletic. So, all the more reason to tune in, I think, because I'd expect very soon this season we will see them with the first team, which is very exciting.
Okay, Rafinha raising his arms.
A game that will be played only 40 miles from here.
Oh,
we are 40 miles, more or less 60 kilometers. The stadium of Sestao is just 40 miles, more or less, between Vitoria and the stadium of Sestao. So, but it's not possible to have the players on the bench, and if they're not playing, going quickly to play with Barça Athletic. So it's not serious. It's one of the reasons because those 2 players are not in the bench on the bench today. I have to say that I think that Hansi Flick will not wait more just to make substitutions because he told Rafa Maldonado or Pepe Conde, I don't know what physical preparator is, that they want to make some substitutions. So I think that in a few minutes we have to go with the new players inside. So there's an Alaves player just inside the box, falling down. They were dancing, so we have to help me because I'm very far for the action.
Okay, well, you're going to have a situation of a double yellow here. Punishment for both players who are grabbing each other inside the box. Íñigo Martínez is the player who's seen the
Íñigo
yellow card
Martínez?
for
Mourinho.
Barça. And Mourinho for Alaves. Those Mourinhos, always causing trouble.
No, and there's something interesting today. We play against Mourinho and against Stoichkov.
Yes, true.
My head explodes with this. Playing
True.
against Mourinho and Stoichkov in the same game.
Well, they were both on
Remember
the same
that,
team for Barca in
Stoichkov as a player-
96. Yeah, 96, 97.
Yeah, between 1996 and 1998.
True.
The 2 last years with Stoichkov in our squad, Mourinho was one of the assistant coaches, first of Bobby Robson and then for Louis van Gaal.
There you go. There you go. Right.
Take notes, Pablo. Take notes. Barca history.
I am,
You have to
I
take
am.
notes.
I'm mentally.
The glorious 90s, Pablo. The 90s were a great time.
Really, yeah.
Yeah. Great time to grow up being a Barca fan, eh, Marc?
You have to listen to Barra Lliure on Spotify, Pablo. It's a great way to learn Catalan. You did it very well last week. Isn't it, Robert?
Yeah,
it's
no,
good.
exactly.
If you want to learn Catalan, some Barca history, you have to follow in Barça One and in Spotify, Barra Lliure.
Exactly. A good way to learn about, especially the Barca from the 90s and the 2000s, which is what we tend to talk about a lot with Marc Brau and with Llorens and with Lechu. Careful here. The opportunity for Alaves. There's an offside, precisely Stoichkov there with the chance. I'm seeing how good this green kit looks on our players today, and I do want to ask Jordi Cochran if you can find the question that we've prepared. Which is your favourite kit this season? There you go. It's so quick. Jordi Cochran and Jaume Torra, both of them. Bravo. Always on it. Which is your favourite 24-25 kit? The Blaugrana, the black, or the green? I like all three of them. I do have to say I have a soft spot for that black one.
Yeah.
I always like the Blaugrana because for me, I would always, if I have to buy one, I always go for the Blaugrana. But that black one looks fire on them.
No, yeah, like the one you're wearing now is really nice. It is really nice. I'm a massive. It's what you know. What it is. It's one of those seasons where you have to get both. Where your hand.
All three.
All three. All three. But for me, those two really stand out. Like, for me, those two are they're like beautiful like kits. Like they're the ones that I would like wear for a lot of years after the season. So for me, I'm going for the black one, but I'm also a massive fan of the home kit this season too.
D3 Soz going option 2, which is the black kit. Viris 2002 going black kit. Loban 2027 going 1, which is the Blaugrana. Junior Moreno going 2 and 3. Anika Barca away kit. Which one? Who else? SP the Gamer 2. Wizboy 2. Lots of 2s there. Marc, which is your favourite kit this season?
Sorry, can you say me again, please? I was just checking some stats. Can you ask me, please?
No. Which is your favourite Barca kit this season? The Blaugrana, the black, or the green?
No, the Blaugrana, definitely. The Blaugrana. It reminds me of the great kits. The black one, I think it's good. It's good. The third that we are playing today, it's interesting. It's not my favorite.
Interesting,
but
is
I
the
think
word.
that the classic is very good. And the Blaugrana, of course, it's historical this season because we will achieve 125 years. It's a great anniversary, and I think that the Blaugrana kit is very pretty to celebrate this incredible anniversary. So I'm
Alia,
just taking a look to the players who are warming up, and for the moment there's no substitutions. But as I said, I think that Hansi Flick will not wait a lot.
Okay. Alia is summing it up well. How can you pick? They all look incredible. Well, I do have to agree. I like the kits this season. And I have to, I mean, I've done this show for 7 years and we've had these discussions sometimes. And I tend to be quite honest with this. I've said in the past when I'm not a fan of them. I think of like 21-22. I thought that mosaic thing that we had going on wasn't all that pretty. Wasn't a fan of that.
Yeah.
But this season, I love them all.
The third kit as well, yeah?
Alia says, why don't you show some of the comments on TV like you used to? Oh, we had them under here. Yeah, we should probably do that right now. We do show the live chat.
Yeah.
What could we ask the live chat to fill the live chat with? There you go. There's the live chat. But I'd like some colour in it. Some.
I always want the blue. And what about the green hearts for the third
There you
kit?
go. Give us some green hearts for the green away kit, which is working to perfection today. I am going to start that trend. There you go.
Come on, get them in.
Get them in, those green hearts.
I will just comment that the Alaves made 2 substitutions. The Argentinian Tomas Konechny entered in the place of Stoichkov, so Stoichkov is not playing against Barça anymore today. And Quique Garcia, the former player of Osasuna, replaced Tony Martinez, the guy who scored in the first half, but that goal were not considered by the VAR. So Quique Garcia and Konechny in the pitch for Alaves.
Marc, I have a couple of questions for you, and you being the person who is following the first team and who is working on a secret project there that I'm not going to unveil, I feel like you are the adequate person to ask this to. Raza Rizwan says, when will Gavi be back, Marc?
Well, I have to say that I don't know, and if I know it, I couldn't tell anything about it. But in fact, I have to say that I don't know. What I can say, be careful with this.
What you can say is that Alaves have a chance here.
Hector Ford is clearing very well. Yeah, he's clearing well, Hector Ford. But I have to say that it's very good. With Gavi, we will have to wait. Oh, be careful, Quique.
Quique Garcia inside the box. A chance here for Alaves. They give it away. Careful, Carlos Vicente. Shot blocked by Inigo Martinez.
Brilliant.
And Iñaki Peña punches it away. Careful here. Another shot blocked.
It's offside. Offside.
It's offside. Okay.
It's offside. Yeah. So let's go with this. I cannot say when Gavi will return. Remember that then we will have 15 more days just to prepare the game against Sevilla. The next 3 games will be after the international break. The 20 October against Sevilla, then the Champions League game against Bayern Munich in 23, and on October the 26th we will play the Clásico against Real Madrid. I hope that in one of these games we can see Gavi. But the good thing is that for the moment he's recovering very well, and for the moment he's in the right direction. He's making all the practice with the teammates, so I think that we have to be optimistic with him. But what I can say is that we have
very
to
patient
be
as well.
very patient. Yeah, very patient. So we cannot imagine to play Gavi from 0 to 100 in the first game.
Although
so
he will try, because we know what he's like. He's going to try to go from 0 to 120 in the first game.
Yeah, you know what's funny about him? I think we always, after the injury, we're almost trying to like wrap him up in cotton wool. And whenever I see a little training clip of Gavi, he's sliding around in the rondos, he's charging about, like pulling cones out of position. So maybe the work for the coaches will be to try and calm him down.
The other question, Marc, was from Olwetu Masinga from South Africa, saying, when is Dani Olmo returning from his injury? And the answer is relatively the same, right? I mean, he was supposed to be out 4 to 6 weeks after the international break. That should be the time, more or less, but we don't know if it's Sevilla, we don't know if it's Bayern, we don't know if it's El Clásico.
No, we don't know, but I think it's good for the players to have more quiet days in the next days, just to return to train with the team, or another tackle on Robert Lewandowski. I think that Ortiz Arias is a good referee. We don't talk about the referee, but I think that he's a good one. Instead, he's from Madrid. I think he's a good referee, but I think that he has to show more yellow cards, because now Alaves players are trying to catch Barça players. So about what they are asking about Dani Olmo, I think that for the moment they're not with the group. They are not training with all the teammates. But for one time, I think the international break is good for the team. Of course, we will suffer with the players that they're going with this national teams. But Dani Olmo and Fermin, it's expected to return. I don't know if it will be against Sevilla, but after the international break.
Yeah. Right, Pablo, if we are if the director of television of this game was in charge of the script of this game, what he has just shown us is proof that Robert Lewandowski might come off the pitch, because we just saw the replay. It's a knee into the quad, then you've got Lewandowski stretching out that leg and rubbing it, and then Hansi Flick talking to his assistants going, which probably means, hey, we should probably take him off. I
think it was one of those moments, wasn't it? Yeah, where we might have been given a little hint. It is that sort of game, though, Robert. It's the first thing that came to my mind when I saw Lewandowski go down. I just thought, let's just get these players off. Especially because he's played a lot of football as well. Of course,
he has.
He started at Osasuna when Lamine and Rafinha got rested. So we see a few of the players warming up now. There still, as looks like a bit of rain is coming down. But Lewandowski, for me, is one of those who you probably want to wrap in cotton wool, considering he'll probably be playing for Poland as well.
Comfort Bodie says, is Lamine Yamal the key player of this match? Well, I mean, he's played well, but I'd say key player of this match has to be the hat-trick scorer, Robert Lewandowski. Not a lot going on in the second half, I have to say. Live chat, if you were to pick one player who you think should be the first to be taken off, the first to be rested because of the accumulation of games, who do you think it should be? Should it be Rafinha? Should it be Lamine? Should it be Lewandowski? Should it be Pedri? Let us know, live chat. Who would you prioritise rest with? For me, it's all of them.
I know. It is one of those situations, Robert. It really is, where it's like, you don't want to do anything stupid. I think that's why Hansi Flick has held up until now, because I think he knows if just football can change very quickly, and he doesn't want to be in a position where, even though this game right now feels like one of those games where nothing is really going to change, but you'd never know, it could just take off again. So I think he's being careful and conservative in terms of holding a few players back from making changes yet. But I mean, I'm looking at Rafinha, Lewandowski, Lamine Yamal,
Pedri.
I would probably pick those four.
Yeah.
But, you know, Casalo could also do with rest. We know he's been good at resting Balde. The two centre-backs have played a lot of football too. So, you know, a Koubarsi, for example, could also come off. There we go.
Sorry, Pablo.
Yep.
Substitutions on Barça. Jules Koundé and Ansu Fati will be the second and the third substitutions of today's game. So Koundé and Ansu will enter to the pitch. Remember that Barça was forced to make a first substitution in the first half. Eric Garcia replaced Ferran Torres due to the injury that the Valencian player had. But now, as I said, Ansu and Koundé are going to enter. So let's gonna guess which players do you think they will replace. Koundé, I think that it can be on Hector Ford, but I'm not sure about this.
I don't think so. I think it's either Koubarsi or Inigo.
Yeah, and Ansu, I think it will be
Lamine.
For Lamine, maybe?
Yeah.
Ansu? I don't know.
Could be Lamine.
Or Lewandowski.
He's offside. Lamine's offside as he goes one-on-one here. He probably score. Lamine in front of Sivera. Saved by Sivera, but that was offside
It's
anyway.
offside. No, it's offside. Yeah.
Right. The live chat going with a lot of Pedris and Lamines as players who they would like to see rest, as well as Lewandowski.
You know what? I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see who he goes for, Hansi Flick. I really am, because I think it could be so many different players.
Here, an opportunity missed there.
Offside.
I want to read
offside.
a comment.
So let's go with the substitutions.
Okay. You go, Brau.
Let's go with the substitution, guys. Sorry, first it's a substitution on an Alaves. Pica, player that was signed to play for Alaves B. It's a defender, entered. Remember that they have Sedlar injured, one of the good centre-backs of the team. So now Pica is in. I think that Apkar is the player who was out. So let's go with Barça. Lamine Yamal is out, as we said. Lamine Yamal out, and Ansu Fati is playing. Great minutes for Ansu Fati. Remember, first minutes of the league for Ansu Fati. And as we said, finally Hector Ford. I think that he did it well. And it's position by position. So Koundé will play as a right back in the place of Hector Ford. And Ansu Fati, remember, he played 3 minutes against Monaco. He played a few more minutes against Young Boys, but today it's the first La Liga game for Ansu Fati after he returned for Barça. So he will have 25 minutes, more or less, Ansu Fati, trying to score his first goal of the season.
Well, let's see how it goes for Ansu Fati. A round of applause for Lamine Yamal and Hector Ford, and of course for Ansu Fati and Koundé, who have just come on. Fill the live chat with applauses and answer that question that we have on our screens right now. What are you liking most about the game? That Lewandowski is on fire, the Rafinha-Lewandowski connection, or that Barca scored 3 goals in half an hour? For me, it's 2. Because obviously Lewandowski is on fire, but let's not underestimate not talk about Rafinha.
Yeah.
I think he's had a fantastic game as well.
Yeah, combination play has been superb. It's been a big part of things. He now goes to the right-hand side, obviously, with the substitution, but him on the left, linking up with Lewandowski was brilliant. The 3 goals in half an hour, I think, is massive for me, because you come to a ground like this, and I said it, you didn't know how many chances Barca were maybe going to get. I think to score 3 goals and almost kill the game off in half an hour like that is so impressive. And substitutions wise, were you a little bit surprised to see Hector Ford go off maybe? Because I thought I think what it is Hansi Flick protecting him and maybe not thinking. I think he's maybe thinking he hasn't had many minutes this season. If I'd have thrown him in for a full 90, that could be a lot of load on the muscles. But we thought obviously maybe that one of the other three would be rested. Of course, he's played more football this season, but he went for Hector Fort, and good for Lamine Yamal to get rest, even though we know he'll be frustrated with it. I just saw him on the bench there on our screens, and he was frustrated on the bench.
What I think, as well as that maybe, is that Hansi Flick is probably not quite liking what he's seeing in this second half. I have to say credit to Alaves. They're down 3-0 and they're fighting in this game. They are causing Barca trouble. They're keeping Barca back. And I think Hansi has just thought, hey, let me go back to my the four that I know that have started the most games, that have looked solid together, and give the team a little bit of stability there with Jules Koundé. Not to say that Hector Fort was playing badly or anything, on the contrary, but I think Hansi's just looking for stability there. I wanted to read out a couple of comments here. One from Olwetu Masinga, who was asking about the Dani Olmo injury, saying, the problem is that we need him in the game with Bayern Munich. We've done well anyway, and he'll probably be back. He'll probably be back after the international break. I wanted also to read out another comment. Where is it?
We all want Olmo back, and of course against Bayern, you know, a team he's scored goals against before as well would be great, but hold your horses. I do think though with how things are going, I think there's maybe a chance he's back in the squad for Sevilla, and if not, then Bayern. So I think we'll see him get minutes in Bayern for sure.
I've just found the message that I wanted to read. I had it on my radar for a while because it's been typed into the live chat a couple of times. Ange Koshler says, hey guys, please mention me. It would make my day. I love your videos. You guys are the best YouTube channel I have ever subbed to. La Masia rules. How are you guys doing? Please reply. By the way, I love Hector Fort a lot. Hi, shout out, Ange. Thank you for the kind words, and of course for your congratulations to the YouTube channel editors as well. They do a great job providing content, Barca content there. Iñaki Peña with a save. And
great save by Iñaki Peña. Robert, I imagine that you were not watching the screen, so it's a great save by Iñaki Peña because he was just a little bit out of the goal, and the player of Alaves tried to make a kind of a chip shot, but Iñaki Peña was very well. What I want to say is that I don't talk a lot because it's raining right now.
I was going to say
I have a lot of water on me because for the first time in a lot of time, I left my umbrella at home, and it was just the greatest day to leave my umbrella at home. But okay, let's gonna try to pass the next 20 minutes as fast as it can. But of course, in the second half, Barca has to improve a little bit. Of course, with 3-0 in the score, you play different. But the rain is a little bit heavy right now.
Well, I don't know, Mark, if it helps, but I was going to ask the live chat to fill. Or the people in the chat to fill it with umbrella emojis to try and help you out.
Thank you very much. Well, maybe they can help me. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Put me umbrella, please, guys. I want umbrellas. I don't have umbrella in Vitoria, but it will be very warm for you if you give me this digital hack with an umbrella emoji. Thank you, guys.
Give Mark some digital protection with the umbrella emoji, please. Come on, guys. Fill the live chat with umbrellas because it's raining in Mendizorroza and Mark Brau needs cover. Marberg, after the comment that I read out, says, I agree, you guys are really great. I am watching the game live and turned off commentary and listened to you. Thank you for great commentary. Well, thank you for the kind words and thank you for watching. Please come back because we have some great games coming up after the international break. Sevilla, Bayern, Real Madrid, they should be a party, Pablo.
Yeah, we really do. It's sort of like everyone's got 2 weeks now, 14 days or so, just to relax a little bit, and then it's going to get really, really big. You know, obviously the games we've got after the international break are huge, so we're all very excited here, and it's going to be the proper litmus test for this team who've been so good up until now. And well, we're really enjoying watching them play football every week. Second half here, granted, has been a little more quiet. I think, as you'd expect when you go 3-0 up.
A little more quiet is an understatement, Pablo.
Yeah, it's nothing's happened in short.
No, nothing at all.
We haven't.
Have we not had a single chance?
We haven't. No. But look, after the international break is when it gets really, really big, and I'm nervous, Robert, honestly, but I'm also excited, as I say. You know, going into these games, I am excited with Barca's Flick, with Flick's Barca.
Rafinha through to Koundé. Koundé into the middle. Lewandowski was chasing it. You speak of the international break, and we had a question prepared about the international break. If we can get it on our screens, please. I mean, they're just on it.
Yeah,
it's
they're
like,
ready. They're ready.
They're
ready.
3 steps ahead of me. Bravo, Pablo, and not Pablo. Pablo's here.
Yeah,
Jordi and Jaume Torre, careful here because Barca have the ball on the edge of the box. Here's Ansu. Can he take the shot? Go Ansu! Go Ansu! Looking for the opening.
Ansu.
He had to drive out wide.
Waited too long.
But here's Pedri. Pedri inside. Ansu, long touch, cleared by the defence. Here's Rafinha on the edge of the box. Shot deflected. Ansu! Denied by Sivera.
Oh, I thought that was it, Robert. I can't believe it. In all those actions, I thought Ansu was definitely going to get a goal in one of them.
I'm so looking forward to celebrating an Ansu goal. And now Alaves on the counter-attack. Have an opportunity here. Inside, cleared by Cubarsí. Barca just get rid of the ball here. An opportunity for Alaves on the edge of the box. Barca did well to get back defensively. Now here is Manu Sanchez with the cross inside. Inigo Martinez, Vicente, the shot, high. Okay, the question is, that is not the question that I wanted, but okay, let's ask that one. What is the most important thing before the international break? Well, that we're 3 points ahead of Real Madrid. No more injuries, unfortunately, that we already had the Ferran one. Or a flick-style game, which we've got in little spurts there, I think.
Yeah.
The fact that we're 3 points ahead of Real Madrid does say, okay, we can head in.
That's the most important thing. That was the most important thing coming into this game after the defeat to Osasuna in the league. Of course, we bounced back well midweek, but it was always about getting the next 3 points on the board in La Liga. They've done it in a really comprehensive, up until now in a comprehensive manner. Could be the 4th, maybe.
Barca with a chance here. Ansu! Denied by Sivera. Another chance, Lewandowski. Sivera again.
Oh my God.
This keeper.
I can't believe Ansu
Was not the post? Was not the post? Was not the post?
I think it was.
I think it was first Sivera and then the post.
Yeah, it was keeper then post, Brau.
Yes, so another post. Another post by Barca. Barca has the record of goals of the league, the record of points of the league, and the record of posts of the league. 11 posts this season. And it's a pity, but I think that it's good for Ansu to have the attempts. Of course, it's a pity that he did not score, but it's good for him to have the attempts. Very clear. The first one was a great save by Sivera. The other one, another great save by Sivera, and then hit the post. So I think that it's good for Ansu. Of course, it will be better to score, but I think that it's good for Ansu to have the attempts. It's very good for him.
Good minutes from Barca now. Good combinations there. There should be a free kick in midfield. Yes, of course. A foul on Balde there. Right, Ansu has been denied by the keeper twice. What we're seeing now is the foul on Balde by Konechny. And Balde stumbling into the referee. And there is the setup by Rafinha. Ansu. Sivera gets to it and then it hits the post. Right, I would like some football emojis on the live chat to help Ansu. Give Ansu the final push there with the finishing. He's had 2 good opportunities and I want to see an Ansu goal today.
Oh my God, we came so close there. I think that Marco's right though. It is good to see, Ansu getting in those positions again. He hasn't really been in any of those positions. I mean, the last half an hour against Young Boys, we didn't see that actually. So that's really positive to see from Ansu, and 2 very close chances. Frustrating for him not to have scored, but definitely positive. And better minutes from Barça here, to be fair. Livened up just a little bit.
Yeah, fill the live chat with football emojis. Come on, guys, to help our Ansu Fati get his first goal, returning to Barca this season after starting out with an injury. Getting some minutes now here in this game at Mendizorroza. We need him to regain his confidence. Mar Brau, there are going to be more substitutions.
In Alaves, you will have to help me. The 24 by the 8, because I just was looking at the bench of Barca, because Frenkie de Jong will enter on the pitch, and I think that there's other player. Hansi Flick will use the 5 substitutions, and it's Gerard Martin. So Gerard Martin and Frenkie de Jong will be the last players. Jordan is the player who entered on Alaves. Frenkie de Jong and Gerard Martin, it will be the 2 consecutive games, 2 consecutive games for Frenkie de Jong. We're going to see what will happen.
Oof, the save by Iñaki Peña.
Good save.
Ooh, good save there as Barça had given away the opportunity. Now we have a chance to run here. Here's Rafinha, who's playing on the right, by the way, since the substitutions. Rafinha is going to drive inside. Rafinha
Brilliant.
setting it up for Lewandowski with his back to goal. Lewandowski goes down. Wasn't aware that he had a defender behind him.
Great play from Rafinha on the right again.
What I would say before is that De Jong. What I would say is that De Jong will play the second game.
Yeah.
15 minutes, more or less, last Tuesday against Young Boys. And he will play in a stadium where he scored a goal. We explained it in the preview show. He scored a goal that was 3 points for Barça. It was in 2022. Barça won here in Mendizorroza 1-0 with Frenkie de Jong goal.
Well, Frenkie de Jong is going to come on, and I'm going to want a huge round of applause for him as Ansu tries to play it forward there. It is raining at Mendizorroza, as you can see. Hansi Flick has had to put a raincoat on as well. And I think that Marc Brau has also had to improvise there with some protection. There's a Hansi Flick there wearing his raincoat. Although he's not got his head covered, I think that ultimately he's used to it.
But it's because right now it's not raining as the way that it rained before. So now it's stopping a little bit. But I want to say it very loud.
That is the picture that I'd like to see every time that Marc Brau intervenes.
So Jordi Cochran sent you the image,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So
He
Jordi
did.
Cochran, and I want to say it in Catalan, ets un cap i el que segueix.
Okay. Careful here, Barca could have an opportunity. Lewandowski on the edge of the box, shot blocked.
I said kind words in Catalan to our editor, Jordi Cochran. Yeah, we will talk later about it.
Oh dear.
That's a rookie error from you, but oh, come on, you should know surely to take an umbrella.
But I always took an umbrella,
Yeah.
always, Pablo. Since I covered Barca games in 2016, 9 years after this, or 8 years, I always take an umbrella. But today was the first time I did not take an umbrella. But I have to say that it's because today it's my birthday wife. I'm not with my wife in his birthday day, so I had a lot of things in my head. So let's go with the substitutions. A lot of whistles to Íñigo Martínez, who is celebrating the victory with Barça fans. Íñigo Martínez is out. Frenkie de Jong will enter, so I think it will mean that Eric Garcia will play as a centre-back and Frenkie de Jong as a midfielder, as an holding midfielder. And Alejandro Balde is out, and Gerard Martin will play as a left-back. So Barça will play with Iñaki Peña at the goal, with Gerard Martin, Eric Cubarsí and Koundé at the back, with Frenkie de Jong, Casado and Pedri in the midfield, and Rafinha, Lewandowski and Ansu as the forwards.
Well, a round of applause there for Frenkie de Jong and Gerard Martin, of course, for Íñigo and Balde as well. Round of applause on the live chat, please, for all those players, and we're so excited to see Frenkie de Jong back on the pitch once again before this international break, as Barca have a chance here at the set piece. Rafinha.
You know what's interesting, Robert? We were talking about who we wanted to see rested today. Hansi Flick's actually decided to rest more the players at the back. He's actually left Rafinha on, Pedri on, Lewandowski on. Did rest Lamine, but he's rested. Think about it, all in all. Koundé didn't start. Then Hector Fortes, of course, only played a little bit. Íñigo Martínez has been rested. Alejandro Balde has been rested. So there's been rest. He's rotated the defence actually more than anything.
And we're seeing, we just saw a replay there of Lamine Yamal being frustrated at the substitution. You'll get plenty of minutes, Lamine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. And as well, you'll be playing during the international break and probably be overused for our likings. What will you focus on during the international break? The national team games, because you're just a football junkie. No Barca, no party, which is me. And pray for no injuries, which, I mean, I do have to say, going into every international break now, I do hold my breath for that. But for me, it's option number 2. No Barca, no party. I'm disconnecting from football.
If Pablo don't pick number 1, it's a lie. If Pablo don't pick number 1, it's a lie.
No, it is number 1. I will be watching the Nations League games that Spain are playing, of course I will, but I also will be praying for no injuries and for no one to get overused.
Marc?
I think the same as Pablo, the first and the third. I like to watch international games. Yeah, I like it. And I think that, for example, for Spain, we'll have interesting games against Denmark and against Serbia.
Yep.
And of course, we'll have interesting games for Rafinha with Brazil. Remember that for European teams, we have Nations League games. But for Brazil, for example, it's a World Cup qualified. How we say, Pablo? The
qualifier.
Qualifying phase? Yeah, the qualifier for the World Cup in 2026. So it will be very important for Brazil, who did not start very well at the beginning of the qualified. So for Rafinha, will be very important games. But this is the reason because, of course, the number 3 is very important. We have to pray for no injuries.
Right, Mark, do you know what Pablo asked me earlier on today before we started the show?
If we want to win, because I'm here and he's not?
No. He said, are we going to talk about fantasy football today? Are we going to talk about the Fantasy Champions League today? Do you know why he asked that?
Okay. Because he's in the top, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's take a look. Let's take a look because this is a cool thing.
I forgot. I have to say that I forgot to make substitutions between the first and the second round.
Here we go.
This is the reason because I'm not.
It's all coming out now.
Let's talk about it in a minute because Alaves have a chance here at the set piece, and well, we're 3-0 up. We're 6 minutes away from the end of the game, and I did want to read out one comment before I talk on the Champions League. And wait a minute, let me just check and see that nothing happens here with the set piece. Incoming cross, the header, and there you go. Alaves have scored.
Offside.
Offside. And I think it's clearer than the first. I think it's clearer than the first.
Oh, clear offside.
Yes.
Iñaki Peña. It's because I'm close for the action, and I think it's clearer than the first one, and it's confirmed the offside. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you look very convincing there, Mark, in that picture. Right. Before I read out
it's because I'm very close. I'm very close from this goal, and I saw it very clear.
Yeah, we can absolutely see. D1Z says, hi, I've been a Barca fan ever since Ronaldinho era. Shout out. There you go. There's your shout out. Love the vibe in here with you guys. Love from India. Lots of love to all the people from India. Right. Have you joined, by the way, D1Zs, have you joined our Fantasy League? It's for the Champions League only. 2 match days have been played already, but if you would like to be part of this Barca Live community and be in the standings, you can still sign up. Our code for it is XHDV, capital T, capital A. You go onto the Champions League website. You type in Fantasy Football Champions League on Google or whichever search engine you're using, and you'll find Fantasy League. You build your team, 3 Barca players, no Real Madrid players, and then at the end of all, you introduce the code so that you can join our league. Let's take a look at the standings, because match day 2 was played during the week, and on the right-hand side of my screen there, Oha is leading the standings with 215 points, so congratulations. Round of applause. Wow. Round of applause for Oha then. There you go. Number 2 is FC Champion. Number 3 is FC Algar. Number 4 in the 4th position in the standings is AJ Aces. Mashana 2 is in 5th. In 6th is RS123. Zakaria is in 7th, and our Pablo Walls. Let's get the camera on Pablo Walls. Number 8, Pablo, you had a good match day 2.
Yeah, can I just say, if I'm not wrong, not all of these people have the same parameters to deal with as I do and as you and me do, Robert. Am I right in saying that? Or I know you've got a different sort of team, but I'm not allowed Real Madrid players.
Yeah.
I have to have 3 Barca players, which I would have had anyway. And I can't have players who are playing against Barca in that specific round. That's correct.
Exactly, that's correct.
So
yeah.
I'm having a really good start. I've got a bit of a story with fantasy football that I never really played it for a lot of years because I never enjoyed supporting teams that I didn't support or wanting a rival to score. I always hated the feeling of it, but I thought I'll get involved, and I always actually get really into it. So now I'm actually thinking about it quite a lot now, and since I've started well, I'm going for it.
Well, if you have joined our Fantasy League and you are on the live chat right now, raise your hand, let us know who's playing right now, if you're into it, if you're doing well, if you're not, if you forgot to make your substitutions, which is the case of some people. Let's take a look at the host standings, because Pablo is top of them, 8th in the league. Following is the Lewandowskis, 21st, that's Alex Ibaceta. Mark Nastat, 30th, you're doing pretty well, Mark. Top 30, 145 points. Natalie is 66th. Grape Juice FC with 126, and I'm in 5th position of the host standings, 79th total.
But
119.
Robert,
Mark.
I have to say that I forgot to make the substitutions.
Well,
but remember that
there's your commitment.
with following the orders of the game against Girona that Barça Live fans told me to pick Rafinha, Pedri, and Lamine Yamal, I had Rafinha in the last round, and Rafinha scored a goal, assist. It was the player of the match. So this is the reason, because I forgot to make the substitutions, but I got Rafinha in my team. This is one of the reasons, because I have more points than other guys. Rafinha, the best of the last Champions League phase. We will enter to the last minute. I have to say that the second half is not as good as what the first half, but the game is controlling. Alaves is going to the first goal, but in a few seconds we will know what added time we will have. Alaves out the ball. So last minute, guys, last minute, and I think it's great to say something. Pablo, I think you're gonna like it. With this score, for sure, Barça will be not, or for sure Barça will be with the same or ahead on Real Madrid in the Clásico.
Yep.
Because it only remains one game before the Clásico, and with this score, for sure, Real Madrid will not be ahead us in this Clásico. And I think, I'm talking seriously, that this is important for this game, to arrive ahead on Real Madrid. And with today's score, for sure, Real Madrid will not ahead us.
True. We could be tied at points, but yeah. Oh, careful here. We're trying to play.
I think for Barça it'll be important to have the 3-point cushion though.
Mark, I have one other question for you before the end of the game. Well, two questions. How much added time? When was the last time that Barça had 2 games in the same week and we got 2 consecutive clean sheets?
This season, not for sure. This 3 minutes. We will go until minute 93. And I think that we have to go on the last season, because this year we received 1 goal in more games, but 2 consecutive clean sheets were not possible. So let's go with this counter-attack. It's good for Rafinha. Go ahead.
Here is Rafinha driving forward. Koundé inside. The setup by Koundé. Corner kick Barça, and he was offside anyway, Pablo.
I think I've got a little question for you actually, Robert.
Okay, fine.
You always say you don't enjoy predictions. What was your prediction today?
I'd forgotten.
What was your prediction? We've still got 2 minutes left, but what was your prediction?
Alaves. Come on, Alaves. Let's score a goal, Alaves. Come on, Alaves.
Who's getting it right, live chat? Who's getting it right? Show me some support, live chat. It's my first correct guess of the season if we get there.
Come on, Alaves. It's the only time that I want Barça to receive a goal. I won the prediction.
So,
Jordi Cochran, sorry, Robert told me that the last time Barça had 2 consecutive clean sheets was at the end of the last season, in round 36 and round 37 of the league. But I have another stat very good. Remember that Barça played a lot of games away in the beginning of the season.
Yes.
So in 9 rounds of La Liga, 6 games away and 5 victories. 5 wins over 6 games. Well, it's not strange. It's because Barça want to play more games at home in the second half of the season.
Oh, yeah, of course, because we're going
in the case if we can play the games on Spotify Camp Nou. And we have to say that tomorrow there's an important press conference for our Vice President Elena Ford, who will talk about some things of Spotify Camp Nou, and for sure you can follow live on Barça One the press conference about the latest news about Spotify Camp Nou.
Mark, we'll hear from you in the post-game interviewing the players, but right now all I want is the attention of the live chat on, am I going to get my prediction right? Because it would be the first of the season. It would be the first in 11 games.
Come on, Alaves. Come on, Alaves.
He's fuming.
Thumbs up in the live chat if you think that I'm going to get my prediction right. Thumbs up if you do. Thumbs up if you don't. Thumbs down if you don't.
It just came to my head and I thought.
I'd not thought about it.
So come on, Ansu.
If it's Ansu who jinxes it for me, okay, I forgive him. It's fine. Here's Pedri on the edge of the box. Lewandowski through. Sivera comes out and picks it up. And I am
You're
12
there.
seconds away.
You're there. You're there, Roberto.
Do the live chat believe in me?
I can't believe it, but you're there.
So right now the count
End
would
of
be
the game.
Spence.
Barca 1 and Robert does 2.
Well, Spence got 1 correct and Irati got 1 correct. And Marc Brau has 1 correct, and now I am on that list as well. Robert Lewandowski with a hat-trick gives Barca the 3 points in this one. Alaves 0, Barca 3. Pablo, a game which was pretty much the tale of one half.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't the most, well, how should we say, flamboyant game. There weren't many chances in the second half for either side, especially not for Barca, bar the few fans or Fati. It was a job very well done within 30 minutes for Barca, which I think Hansi Flick will be delighted about. The players were able to be rested in the second half. Lewandowski got himself a hat-trick. The link-up between Rafinha was really good too. Bar the injury to Ferran Torres, we can go to bed tonight very happy with today's work, because we stay 3 points clear of Real Madrid at the top of the table, and that's all we wanted. So for me, very, very happy.
And for one last time, live chat, I would like you to fill the chat with blue and red hearts. Come on, guys, because we have the win. We have the 3 points. We are going to be top of the table during the international break. 24 points, followed by Real Madrid with 21 after this 3-0 win against Alaves. Right, after this small little break that we are going to have right now, we are coming back with reactions from the players, interviews, a bit of analysis, and we'll hear from Hansi Flick as well. So come on, stay tuned. It's a good afternoon to be on Barca Live. Well, Barça have capped off a fantastic week with a 3-0 win at Mendizorroza, which puts them top of the table, 3 points clear of Real Madrid. And Robert Lewandowski was the one who secured it with 3 fantastic goals. A first hat-trick for him this season, and he continues on an absolute tear, becoming the solo Pichichi of La Liga. Pablo Walls, it was a perfect afternoon, and Barca got the job done in 45 minutes.
Yeah. I think it's what I like most about this Barca team under Hansi Flick is that they just seem like they've got a lot of goals in them. You know, my analysis of this game is, the reason Barca, sat off in that second half was because they had the 3 goals under their belt. I've got no doubt in my mind that had Barca gone in at 0-0 or 1-0 even, they would have come out in that second half, firing, and they would have gone for even more. I've got no doubt in my mind about that. So, look, I'm really happy with what I saw. The second half was more of like a slog. It wasn't necessarily enjoyable, certainly not for a neutral, I'd imagine. But for Barca and for Hansi Flick, I think they'll be really happy with how this afternoon's gone. Everything we would have wanted, really. So I'm delighted.
And everyone might have been a bit worried going into this game, seeing what happened last week at El Sadar. Mendizorroza, of course, a tough ground, but Barca came out energetic, got it done early with the first Lewandowski goal. Rafinha had a great performance as well and set it up for the second with a brilliant counter-attack. And before half-time, Lewandowski had made his particular count, 3 goals in this game. Off to an absolutely great start, Robert and Lewandowski, who we're going to be hearing from in just a second next to Marc Brau at Mendizorroza. We'll be looking forward to hearing from our players and from Hansi Flick in this post-game. Interesting reactions heading into the international break. We'll hear from Lewandowski. Hopefully we'll get an update on that Ferran Torres injury, which is the worst news of today's game. Ferran had to go off in the 4th minute of this game. He was replaced by Eric Garcia, who had a very solid performance, having to come in that situation of urgency there. And Barca got it done in the first half, maybe let their foot off the pedal a little bit in that second half.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was one of the people who was maybe a bit worried when that injury came about, because I thought, Barca were going to have to change, the way they play a little bit, but it didn't seem to affect anything at all, and certainly rested.
Let's go to Marc Brau, because he is standing next to the scorer of today's hat-trick, Robert Lewandowski.
Of course, with today's hero, with Robert Lewandowski, we're going to start the interview first in Spanish. Robert, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Enhorabuena.
Hello, Robert.
¿Cómo valoras esta victoria?
How
líderes otra
you find
vez ganando 0-3
victory, now winning with 3-0 with a hat-trick? How do you feel ahead of the international break? Yeah, the last match ahead of the international break and the first match back from the international break are always the most important. So from the very start today, we wanted to score very quickly. We didn't get it as soon as we wanted, but 3 goals in the first half. The second half was a little bit more, a little bit slower, but taking this victory is very important for us. It's good to get some injured players back for the team as well, and so we're stronger now than ever. Your third hat-trick with Barça, one of the best goal-scoring runs of your career. Yeah, I'm really happy. I also have to say thank you for the good passes. Rafinha gave me 2 assists, also Eric. Also as a team, we've worked together really well. And I hope everyone has enjoyed going out on the pitch to play together, because that's the most important thing.
In English, Robert, how important is for the team to win today after what happened in Pamplona? Of course, you won against Young Boys, but for the team to get 24 points over 27 in the start of the league before what have to come, the Bayern game, the Clásico game, how important is for the team to win today?
We know that today, before the national break, it's very important to get these 3 points. And from the beginning, we know that we have to push forward and score goals. We did this, but of course, in the last 5 games, with this today 6 games, that I think in my career I didn't have 5 games that we play every 3 games. That we had only 2 days between the games. So, like, for us was like extremely difficult, but of course this kind of games like Pamplona could happen, but what more important is that the next game that we won in today as well. So reaction from the team was very, very good, and this is the direction that we should to go. And also after that national break, is very important that we directly from the first game, from the first minute we are there, and we looking forward and try to get 3 points every each of this game.
Thank you, and congratulations to reach 70 goals with Barça today, Robert. 71 you have.
Okay. Impressed, eh? I'm very happy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Yeah, congrats to Robert Lewandowski, who reached 70 goals, 71 goals in 106 games for Robert Lewandowski, who scored 5 goals this week, is the top scorer of the league, one of the top scorers of Europe, and he scored with 3 goals. That makes Barça win today here in Mendizorroza.
Thank you very much, Mark. We'll look forward to hearing more from you and the players in the mixed zone in the interview era at Mendizorroza. Pablo, there's no other place to start in this game's analysis than that man there, Robert Lewandowski. A lot of interesting things that he said as well in that interview.
Yeah, there are, and he was surprised maybe that they weren't given, the Pamplona game that he was asked about, obviously the one that Barça dropped points, and there wasn't a lot of rest before it. We saw that with the rotations. And that he's enjoying himself this season. You can see that really. Obviously, he started very well stats-wise, and today he's the man who's got the hat-trick and all the goals, but we've said it almost every time we've been here, really, analysis during or after the game, that we feel he does look a bit different. He does look a bit sharper. It was something maybe we hoped would happen under Hansi Flick at Barça. I feel like it has. I feel like we're seeing an improved version of Lewandowski. He's getting more chances than he did last season. He doesn't seem to be scraping for chances. He came way too deep last season, in my opinion, which is not where you want Lewandowski. He's always in the right place this season, and he said it there. I'm getting a lot of great passes from my teammates. That's happening too. They're looking for him too. I think Hansi Flick is saying, we've got Lewandowski in the box. Let's supply him with chances. And ultimately, he's putting them away right now. So very, very happy with how Lewandowski started. If he keeps up like this, Barça are going to have a really strong campaign, across all competitions, but, specifically in La Liga. So right now he's the Pichichi, far away in that regard. I think he's got 4 goals ahead of anyone who's behind him. So I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing from Lewandowski. Teammates clearly looking for him, and he looks happy with how things are going too, which is important.
I'm going to drill this point every opportunity that I have, which is Robert Lewandowski is living inside the box right now. He does come out and takes part and has to drop back when the team is playing further back. But generally, his natural habitat is the box, and he is being able to spend a lot of his minutes this season in there, and he's getting good service from the likes of Rafinha, from the likes of Pedri, from the likes of Lamine Yamal, even Eric Garcia today. Yeah. And when he is able to maneuver in those tight spaces where he is comfortable being, Robert Lewandowski is at his best. And right now, 12 goals so far this season, 10 in La Liga in 9 games, averaging over a goal per game. Robert Lewandowski is, I would say, not something that a lot of people would have predicted.
No.
That this would happen, seeing how, I'm not going to say his form dipped, but his numbers did. But definitely the fact that he's got a coach here who he's flourished with before, who's been the best player in the world with before, he's benefiting from it.
Yeah, he's at the peak of his powers, and I think when Lewandowski's in that area, there might not be a better number 9 in world football. At doing what he does. You've of course got like an Erling Haaland who you'd put up there too in terms of bagging goals, but he's one of those who I think when he's playing in the position that he's playing right now for Barça, of course he's always played a striker, but we're talking to specific areas on the pitch. He can become unstoppable. I do think every game, that he plays, I think Lewandowski's going to score today. He's becoming inevitable, and I think that is the best thing you can be as a striker, inevitable. The defenders, I think, are going into games thinking, if we survive Lewandowski scoring today, we'll be in a good position. And that is what you want. He's playing on the defenders' minds, and you can see he's feeling confident too, Lewandowski. The way he's taking his goals as well. He's playing with a smile on his face. You can see it, actually. It's a difference from last season. Yeah. And he wouldn't have been happy with his numbers last season. They weren't bad, but for his ridiculous levels, we know what he's like, Lewandowski, and he is, he's self-critical. He wants goals all the time. He wants to be provided with assists. So, he'll be delighted with how things have gone so far.
I think you've just hit on something there, Pablo, as well, which is we can talk about the change in the numbers. We can talk about the change in the form. Yeah. Some people want to talk about physical form as well. The change in the body language.
Yeah.
The body language is just so important. Yeah. He looks happy playing. Yeah. When he scored that hat-trick, he went, oh, 3?
Yeah.
Like, oh, amazing. Anyway, Marc Brau is in the interview area at Mendizorroza. No players yet, but Marc, I would like to get your thoughts on this afternoon's game. A game in which Barca really only needed, and Robert Lewandowski said it, 45 minutes. Then they sort of left their foot off the pedal a bit.
Yes, the first thing I want to say is that I'm better here than outside, because here is not raining, as you can notice, of course, because we are inside. But the last minute was complicated just to follow. And I think, as you said, it was very interesting what Robert Lewandowski told us, the way that the team knew before the game that they had to start very well for don't suffer what happened against Osasuna in Pamplona. And I think that maybe one of the key of the games, as we said before, of course, we are waiting news from Ferran Torres. One of the key of the games maybe could be what happened with Ferran's injury, with substitutions made by Hansi Flick. Eric was playing as a midfielder, then Rafinha was playing in the left wing position, Pedri as an attacking midfielder, and I don't know if this made something to Alaves defenders, because it was just at that time that Barca started to create a lot of opportunities. And I think that one of the keys, of course, of today's game is the force that we have in our midfielders. I think it's incredible and really amazing the way that, for example, Marc Casado played today. We talk a lot about Lewandowski's goals, we talk a lot about Rafinha's assist, we talk about, of course, about the creativity of Lamine Yamal and the attempts made by Ansu Fati. But I think that the way that Casado and Pedri played in the midfield was absolutely brilliant. So I think this is one of the key for this Barca. We had always during the games a high pressure, but it's not only on our forwards. And of course, imagine how good is our team in a game like today. We don't need, for example, the super version of Lamine Yamal as we need, for example, in other games. So I think that the good news for today is that we are working as a team. Some days Lewandowski is brilliant, some days Rafinha is brilliant, but when two of them are brilliant, it's impossible to stop us.
Thank you very much, Marc, and please feel free to interrupt when you have someone there with you, one of the protagonists of this afternoon's game. I agree that the work in midfield and that high press is, especially in the first half, asphyxiating for opponents like Alaves. They really can't deal with it, and that is one of the things that Hansi Flick has been able to implement right from day one, and he's got the buy-in from players, and it's working. One of the best examples of that high press and how he has improved under Hansi Flick is the other name of this game, which is Rafinha. I mean, I was saying before, if there was a most improved player category in La Liga awards, Rafinha is by far the best candidate to win that.
Yeah, he's been absolutely brilliant under Hansi Flick, and for Barca this season, he really has. From day one, you could just see it. There's just a little bit of a switch in him, and I think he was building up to that in his Barca career. I feel as though he's been underrated last few seasons, but this season, there's no doubt about it that he's taken a step up, as have other players too. What he provides for this team is you know, it's invaluable. It really is, because he tracks back, of course, all the work off the ball, but I think on the ball too, he's one of those players that creates so much. He's adding goals to his game now too. He's got everything that a good Barca player, you know, needs to have. And I think, you know, when I watch him, you know, he's always someone who I enjoy watching, especially now with the armband on this season too that he's wearing a lot. So I'm a big Rafinha fan, and I'm really happy to see how well he's doing this season, because he's been such a key player for this team. And I said maybe I was worried about him with Lamine, maybe getting forced out of the team. Hasn't been the case at all, so delighted for him.
I am absolutely delighted for him as well. An example of a player who, in his first 2 seasons, it took him some time, I think, to settle in. I think confidence does a lot. There was always the debate, can Rafinha and Dembélé play in the same team together? Then Xavi trusted Dembélé a little bit as well. So Rafinha maybe wasn't getting as many minutes, and I think that did something to his confidence as well. We weren't really sure if he was best on the right, on the left, or down the middle. There's always going to be that debate with Rafinha as well. And I think the fact that Hansi Flick has come in and said, hey, you're going to be an important player for me. You're very good in my high press system. Your energy, your character is going to be crucial to my team. That, and becoming one of the selected captains by his teammates, has boosted his confidence. And now the little things that maybe he was missing on in past seasons, that I'm thinking, for example, in the first half, the opportunity that he missed comes from a long ball, which he brings down with a great touch on his left foot, brings it down beautifully and just runs and gets away from his defender. That touch would have gotten away from him maybe last season. I have to go to Mendizorroza. Marbrau is standing next to Pau Cubarsí.
Yeah, we are next to Pau Cubarsí just to comment the game. Another win by Barça. Pau, què tal? Com estàs? Bona tarda.
Oh, good afternoon.
Bé, era molt important guanyar, no?
It was really important to win today to ensure the team was on the right path after the defeat in Pamplona. You played an extraordinary first half, so we knew it was going to be complicated coming here, having their fans here. And winning the match makes us very proud. He asks about Lewandowski, the hat-trick, someone you watched as a child. He says, yeah, we're really happy he's with us. And we know his game and he's given his goals, so we can be really happy. Alaves have been offside 11 times this match. How important is the offside trap game that you play? He says, yeah, we always try and play the high line. We don't necessarily search for the offside, but we try and push the lines up, and it forces it. I think we went out raring to go, giving all for each goal. Keeping the clean sheet's always important and easy to win. Asking now about the national side after playing in the Olympic Games. Are you happy that they're valuing your performances? Yeah, I'm really happy. I'll compete with all the minutes I get and give it my all.
The words of Pau Cubarsí, I said him, return well after the international break. He will play for Spain in the next games against Serbia and Denmark. Hold on, please, Robert, because I don't know if we will have more players talking with us. Players not, but we will talk with our head coach, with Hansi Flick, nearly player, former player, not long time ago.
How old are you?
35.
Okay, 35. Was till the end.
I remember you. I remember you more as a coach. So, joking with Hansi Flick, with our coach, Mr. Flick, how happy are you for the win today?
Very happy. So it's also a good feeling to handle the break with 3 points with a win, and it was also very good for Carlos because it's Carlos' birthday today, and it was a good present for him from the team.
Before the game, I asked you, could be a similar game to Osasuna with the team in phase, pressing a lot in the first minutes, but it seems, as you said, that the team learned what happened. It was incredible the way that the team started the game today.
Yeah, this was the basis of our victory. So it was very good to see how they do this, and it was a tough game, especially in the second half. But we had a clean sheet again, and this is very good.
Of course, you know Lewandowski very well, but could you imagine that level? Incredible, 12 goals in 11 games. But it's not only the goals; it's the way that he's playing. We talked with him before, and he feels very comfortable with the team, the way that he's pressure. So, what do you think about the way he's playing?
No, it's like I know him like this, and I think also what you have to see is also that the players are support him, and this is good. Everyone is play with each other and for another one, and this is the most important thing in our team. So I think it's good now also to have this break with the 3 points.
Thank you very much and congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
The words of our coach, of Mr. Flick, talking about the importance of winning today before the international break. And hold on, Robert, because we are here next to Marc Caçador. No pateixis, Marc, no parlarem en anglès, don't worry. Well, I know that you understand me, but let's go with the first part of the interview in Catalan. Marc, què tal? Com valores aquesta victòria avui aquí a Vitoria?
How do you evaluate this victory here in Vitoria? He says it's a really important victory ahead of the international break. A victory that's important to us in a difficult stadium, and it's good to turn home with the 3 points.
Creieu que pot ser un partit semblant al d'Osasuna en el sentit de tenir
un rival? It's a similar match to Osasuna because you have an opposition that presses from the very start, but how did you go out differently from the first minute? We knew it would be a difficult place to play, and it was important to us that we left the international break as the leaders in La Liga, and so we decided to give it all in our first half.
Lewandowski marca gols, pràcticament ni te'n deus recordar
els primers partits. Lewandowski now.
Déu-n'hi-do quina màquina de marcar i
What a machine, a goal-scoring machine he is for
Espectacular,
youth
espectacular
players like
tot el
yourselves.
treball
This
que
is a
fa
spectacular
per
player.
l'equip, no només
It's great we have him here on the team, not just the 3 goals, but he's just spectacular to give us the 3 goals to get the victory, but everything he does for the team. He knows how we are as Barça, how we pressure, and
premi,
how
no?
we give it
M'imagino
our
per tu el fet de poder anar amb la sub-21, que valora el
So
teu
you're off
rendiment,
to
però
play
més
for
que la
the
convocatòria en si,
under-21s.
com valores aquests mesos, no? És veritat que hi ha hagut baixes, però tu has estat aquí, has aixecat la mà, estàs jugant i estàs rebent la confiança
You've lifted your hand, you've been playing really well, training really well, and now you're off to play for the under-21s. He says, yeah, I'll do what I can to try and get victories for the under-21s and come back strong for after the international break. I'm grateful to the coach and I feel very comfortable on the pitch.
The words, Marc, the words of Marc Castelló talking about the next game that we will have with the under-21 national team with Spain. So I think that we don't have more interviews. We have to hold on just a little bit. But Robert, 3 consecutive interviews. Kubarsi, Marc Castelló, and Hansi Flick just saying the point of view of over today's victory here in Vitoria.
Thank you, Marc. Quite the carousel there of interviews with Pau Kubarsi, with Hansi Flick. I mean, we've got good energy going there between our head coach and Marc Brau, eh, Pablo?
There is a friendship there.
There is a friendship brewing there.
There's a bond. There's a bond. I think Hansi's happier to see Brau than the disappointment on his face when after the defeat against us.
When he saw you, he's like, oh, this is all going wrong today. This is all going wrong. Well, we'll hear from Hansi Flick in just a second at the press room in Mendizorroza. A happy Hansi Flick as he's just stepped in, so let's go straight to that press room at Mendizorroza, and after that we'll do a man of the match votes, but Hansi Flick in the press room.
Buenas tardes, buena tarde. Empezamos la rueda de prensa con el entrenador del Fútbol Club Barcelona, Hansi Flick. Recuerdo que es una rueda de prensa en inglés sin traducción, por favor. Gracias.
It's a reminder that this is an English press conference without translation.
Mireia, comencem? Sí?
Sí. Hola, Hansi. Bona nit. Mireia Ruiz en directe a la TDT de Catalunya Ràdio. La primera part, hem vist que la primera part ha estat molt enèrgica, la segona el Barça s'ha aturat una mica. Com has vist el partit i si la baixada del ritme ha estat una ordre de la mitja part? It was a very energetic first half, while the second one was like a little bit more calm. How have you seen the match? How do you rate the match? And was this a slowdown a half-time order?
It's great. Yeah, no? Okay. It's great to go with a victory in the break, so it was our goal, and we scored 3 goals, and we're a clean sheet, and it's good. I'm really appreciated with the team, especially in the second half. We know also in the first half, in the second half, we know that it's a tough match because Alaves also pressed good, but we did it well. So we are well prepared for that, and at the end we deserved it. Marta.
Per Ramon, en directe al Barça Jugar RAC1. Et volia preguntar pel paper de Lewandowski.
About Lewandowski's role.
De l'actuació d'avui, sinó d'aquest inici de
not just his
i com es treballa amb
today,
companys que
but
aquest nivell de
the start of the season and how his teammates are reacting.
Not just today, this beginning of the season, and how do you work with the other teammates to reach this level of goals from him?
I think it also has to do with the team. Everyone support him, and at the end he knows exactly what to do in the box in front of the goal. He's the best player for me, and this is amazing over such a period. Always to score this high of goals, it's very good. So I'm really happy with him, and you can also see that he's 100% fit. It's perfect at the moment, and yeah, we are happy that we have the 3 points, and also I'm happy for Levi. But at the end, it also like the other teammates are really supporting him. Very good.
Hola, mister. Buenas tardes. Felicidades por la victoria.
Congratulations for the victory.
El deportivo de la sèrie Moguts de Ser Catalunya. Rafinha is in a top level right now, and he showed it also today. But do you think he's in his best moment of his career? And which do you think could be the key see this level of Rafinha?
He was in the first half. Well, he was the captain. He starts as a captain, and I think this is also for him. He's great also for Barcelona in this position, and also his dynamic. It's really good, and you also can see. I think he can increase a little bit more, because normally when he's on the top level, then he scored a goal. He could score a goal, but at the end I'm really happy with him, because it's really unbelievable what he is doing, and today was not so easy, because in the first half was some tough situation about the opponent, and but he was okay. So I was with his behavior was really good, and this is also what I'm really appreciate today from him.
Elena.
Yeah.
Micro.
Some people are already talking about that this Barça, currently Barça, looks like the Catalan version of Hansi Flick, Bayern de Munich.
I don't like to compare this, because different team, different situation, different, Also, this team is completely, I think, completely different. It's really nice to work with them. I always say this, it's really like that, and I'm happy to be the coach, and also my coaching staff is happy to be here, and at the moment it feels really good. But I know also that in football things can change really quickly. So it's now we appreciate that, and we work like we did before. So very focused about that, and also step by step every match. It's the importance match, and so this is what we like to work. But it's at the end it's really amazing when you see how the team will do that, and also the atmosphere with this in the dressing room is really good to see.
Buenas tardes, Mr. Alfredo Martínez, Onda Cero. Ayer cayó lesionado gravemente Carvajal, hoy Ferran.
Carvajal was injured yesterday.
Ahora mismo la competición.
Are you worried about how the competition is in terms of injuries?
And today, Ferran is concerned about the current state of competition in terms of footballer injuries.
Yes, of course, it's something to do with that, and so also all the best also for Dani. I think it's a huge injury, and from my side really, because he's doing really great, and as we can also say from Barca, all the best for him, and also for Ferran, because we don't know yet how long he will. We have to miss him, so it's not nice, this injury, because in the offense we have not so many options, and but we will see that.
Thank you.
Paul. See, hi Hansi here, Paul Vallus for The Athletic. I wanted to ask you about the chemistry up front, because the attacking front line with Rafinha, Lewandowski and Lamine Yamal has contributed in more goals than any other front line in Europe. I don't know how you have worked on that, if you think that it's some work that you've done throughout these weeks, or if it's also down to the good chemistry and the relationships, the personal bond that they have between them.
No, we only show them some videos. We don't work about that. No, it's okay. We are working on that. Okay, it's normal. So it's our idea how we want to play. It's normal, and every training, and also in the when we have the meetings, and show them from the tactical side how we want to do that. Also the positions are very important, and they do it really great. And I think the dynamic from these players are unbelievable, and it helps us a lot. So at the end, it's that we score so many goals. It's good for us, because I think helps us a lot also for the next matches to have this confidence in our game, in our idea to play football, and this is, I think, the most important thing for the next matches, because they're really tough.
Hello, Hansi. Roger Torrio from Mundo Deportivo. the team give a very good answer after the first loss in Champions against Monaco, and today did the same against Alaves after 2 losses in Pamplona. What's the secret to show the team show this reaction?
No,
Thank you.
I normally I look back because we in Monaco and also in Osasuna there was some reason why we lost. But for me it's very important that we look to the next match and also think positive. And I'm like this. I also in Osasuna we had some situation we doing well, so we have also to show them what we have make not so good, so made not so good. And this is always it's has nothing to do if we lose or win. We analyze the matches. This is why we have a huge staff of analysts, and we want to show the players what we can do better, and also what's important for the next match. And this is the only thing. So always focus on the next match and think positive, because I don't care about what happens in the past. I just want to know that we are well prepared for the next match.
Gràcies, bona tarda, eskerrik asko, Arratsaldeon.
Thank you very much.
Well, there you go, the words of our head coach, Hansi Flick, and we are going to wrap it up with our player of the match votes. Let's go one last time to Mendizorroza. Marc Brau, give us your player of the match votes.
Victoria, but of course all the point of view and all the feelings of the team were very, very, very good. Incredible start for Barça, 24 points over 27 possibles in the start of the league, domestic competition, 3 points ahead Real Madrid in the standings, and with Robert Lewandowski as the MVP. And of course I have to give him the 3 points in our player of the match votes, because he deserves it a lot with the 3rd hat-trick in his career at Barça. I will give 2 points for Rafinha, not only for the assist, 5 assists this season, because everything that Rafinha did in the pitch was absolutely amazing. And I will give 1 point to Marc Casado. Incredible performance, but the midfielder, so I think that Casado deserved the 1 point. So we have to say goodbye. Remember that we'll stay 14 days without Barça. We will be back in the game between Barça and Sevilla the next October 20th. So take care.
Thank you very much, Marc, and you get some good rest as well. Right, Pablo, your votes for player of the match.
I've gone along a similar theme. I think we'll all be similar today. We'll see what you come up with, Robert. I've gone for Lewandowski, of course, hat-trick, 3 points, 3 goals for him. Rafinha also sort of like deadly duo up front with Lewandowski today. I'm going to give him 2 as well. And then I was wondering who I give the extra point to. I nearly went Íñigo Martínez because I think he was so good again at the back. But I went Pedri. Pedri, Casado, both did a great job in midfield. But I think Pedri, for me, contributed a lot to this game. So I've gone for Pedri.
Okay, my votes are very similar, and between you, me and Brau, we're going to complete the midfield, because I went, obviously, 3 points, 3 goals, Robert Lewandowski. We've talked about him ad nauseum, and he's just been fantastic in this game and in this start of the season for Barça. 2 points for Rafinha, who's peaking right now, and let's hope he continues to peak as the season goes on. He's set it up twice for Lewandowski. The player who set it up for the 3rd goal was Eric Garcia, who came on in a very complicated situation today. 4th minute, Ferran Torres had to go off injured. Eric had to be rushed in, and he was very solid in midfield once again, helping that high press and producing the assist. So the point there for Eric Garcia. Unanimous points for Robert Lewandowski. 9 in total, 6 for Rafinha, 1 for Pedri, 1 for Casado, and 1 for Eric. Right, that is all from us here. Pablo, 2 weeks rest, and we come back strong for Sevilla, Bayern, Real Madrid, Catalan derby.
Yeah, we do indeed. We do indeed. 2 weeks of just waiting for all those games to cook up. So I'm very excited, really happy with how the team's going right now, of course. And 3 more points today, 3 goals, clean sheet. We'll take that.
Well, it was just you and me today, and Marc, of course, from Mendizorroza, but we made it, and Barça made it as well. Top of the table going into the international break with a 3-point margin over Real Madrid. We will be back in 2 weeks, Sunday at 9 p.m. local time, Barça Sevilla, and that will be the start of a very busy and exciting week. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Get some rest, and Visca el Barça.